Nolan. Man in motion. And he's going to keep the ball over the right-hand side, following some blockers. Breaks free, 10, 5, touchdown, Panthers! And just gets his ball, and he is across the 15, down to 20, 30, across the 45, 50, 40, 35 before being pulled down. And there are no flags. He's going to scramble over to the far side. He's got a wide-open receiver. Second down and 8. The outside, across the 5, and into the end zone. Breaks loose, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Panthers!
Senior Keely.
Good evening, Panther Nation, and welcome to this special edition live streaming event of Liberty Panther football on the Liberty Panther Sportz Network. I'm Joe Roberts, alongside me Ross Norwood, as always, producer Richard Ewing in the trailer, and we are in Lumberton, Texas for continuation of 10-4A action between the Lumberton Raiders and your Liberty Panthers. It is homecoming night here in Lumberton, Texas, and they've got the whole fanfare out in force. Well, let's talk about last week. Last week, the Liberty Panthers, under new head coach Kedrick Harrison, finally getting off of the loss column and getting into the win column with a very gutsy win against the Livingston Lions, winning 28-22. And it was a big night for Frankie Mares and his running mate, Jason Wycliffe, hooking up with a pair of 50-yard-plus touchdowns, some tough running from Luke Porcher, as well as LaDamian Wilson, not to mention Logan Fowler. The big boys up front did a really good job of opening up holes and exploiting some of the miscues on the defensive side of Livingston to help the Panthers get into the win column for the first time. And I think Ross and I, at one point, we said, oh my, or some kind of something. We said it in unison. We didn't practice that. It just naturally occurred. I loved it anyway. The Liberty Panthers now 1-4 on the season and 1-1 in district play. Tonight, the Lumberton Raiders, they still remain winless. They dropped a tough one last week to Huffman, 38-7, and then before that, 28-7 against Bridge City. And so far, they have played the cream of the crop in District 10-4A, and I can't help but think that they're probably chomping at the bit to see the Liberty Panthers tonight. Some of the players to watch for the Lumberton Raiders: quarterback Will Wright, number 5. He's had several triple-digit passing games, not to mention Ty Reyes, number 7 receiver, and he's had just about 3 games where he went over the 100-yard mark in reception yards, so very dangerous there. Leading tacklers for the Lumberton Raiders: number 0, Jacob Marchuk, number 10, Gage Grimmer, and number 44, Colin Courts. All folks on the Lumberton Raider defense that are going to be looking to stop the offense of the Liberty Panthers. Well, going to wait around for Ross to get going with what he's going. I feel like I always push him a little too fast, and today's no exception. So we're going to talk about the goings-on around Liberty while I'm waiting for Ross. On Wednesday, the Liberty High School boys and girls cross-country teams competed in the 19-4A District Championships in Huffman, Texas. And, man, they did very, very well. Both teams qualifying for the regional meet on Monday, October 21st. It's going to be in Huntsville at Cape Bar Ross State Park. And Marina Bourgeois and Constance Jordan both qualifying as individuals, had the team not qualified for the girls. Did a really good job. Kinley Brashear coming in new this year to the district, ran JV, and she is the 19-4A JV district champion. So congratulations to her. The boys and girls cross-country teams will be competing again on Monday, October 21st at Cape Bar Ross State Park in Huntsville, Texas. They've held the Region 3 championships there for the last several years. The girls will be running at 9:30 and the boys will be running at 10 a.m. So if you're out and you're about and you're feeling saucy and want to go watch some people run, it's a good place to go. Just remember, it is going to be $10 to park your vehicle, and if you don't get there early, you got to walk pretty far. The LHS Mighty Panther Band will be heading to UIL Marching Contest, not tomorrow, but a week from tomorrow, Saturday, October 19th, where they're going to put all their hard work to the test, and they will be marching at P&G at 4:20 p.m. Again, that's not tomorrow, that's a week from tomorrow. And then some really cool things that happened for Sean Smith and the Mighty Panther Band. They had ATSSB jazz band tryouts, and Ellie Hale on the piano, Astrid Cifuentes on the alto sax, and William Gilly on the trombone made the ATSSB Region 10 Jazz Band. And then they recorded their all-state auditions, and they'll hear back from that in the coming weeks. So kudos to those young kids, and congratulations. Mr. Smith did a really good job, and he's been doing a great job with this band, moving in a great direction for them. LHS volleyball on the road today at Hardin-Jefferson. They played at 4:30. When I get an update on that, I will let you know. They're swept Tarkington on Tuesday. It was really nice. They started district round number 2 Tuesday, and then they'll be off this coming Tuesday, and then they'll be back at home next Friday where they host Shepherd. The LHS Panther players will be presenting the Grave Digger on Saturday, October 26th at 6 p.m. and Sunday, October 27th at 1 p.m. with a trunk or treat afterwards on the Saturday performance, $10 tickets. And this is going to be directed by our very own seniors, Kason Stram and Ava Badgett. So if you got some time on those weekends, come on out. It's a couple of weeks from now. And then the Valley players doing a Christmas Carol on December 6th, 7th, and 8th. And hey, I'm directing that show. How about that? Nolan Myers starring as Ebenezer Scrooge. This will be 7 p.m. curtains on Friday and Saturday with a 2 p.m. curtain on the Sunday. And then finally, the big one, and I think, Ross, are you ready? The big one for us coming up is TVE Fair Week, and I believe it officially started today, and the parade is going to be on Wednesday, and we will be there on parade day on Wednesday. We'll be live streaming that in our usual place. And Ross is giving me a quizzical look. He didn't know until just now. He just found that out.
No, I didn't. Thanks for the update, because when I had last heard.
Well, here's the thing. They changed some leadership, and when we had talked to the old leadership, they let us know that they weren't the leaders anymore, and the new leaders didn't know that we were not sure if we were ready to go or not. And Leslie Lawrence reached out to me and she said, "Hey, Joe Rob, are you doing the parade? Do I need to get you a generator? Do I need to get you some power? What do I need to do?" And I said, "Oh, we're doing it?" And she laughed and said, "Of course you're doing it, fool." And so that's kind of how that conversation went. Leslie Lawrence and Heather Frazier heading up that portion of the TVE committee for the parade, and I'm sure they're going to do a great job. Leslie's been doing the MC stuff for the last couple of years down by the courthouse as they come through.
The more you know.
The more you know. How about that? So that's all the comings and goings around Liberty for the next little bit. And now we're just about ready for some football. The Lumberton Raiders, they're bringing on all their, it's like their alumni class. Again, it is homecoming for them, so all the alumni that have showed up for whatever class this is. What was that class of whatever the, is it
2024?
Is it the fours?
Yeah, it would be the fours, the
Okay.
2024.
Well, it always confuses me because
2014.
they bring on the class of 24, but the people graduating this year are 5.
Correct.
So I guess they're celebrating last spring's whatever. I don't know how that works.
Well, they were seniors.
Oh yeah, of course they were seniors
in the football season, even though they graduated technically in the next year.
Okay, all right. Well, if that is what it is, I'll bow to your proper knowledge.
I have no idea. That's just my assumption.
At any rate, we've been covering some football this year. We've seen some ups, we've seen some downs. Ross, I'm going to talk about some of the ups and downs that we've seen from Liberty and what they've done to correct some of those downs. For you, what was the big thing that you saw was a glaring deficiency that they've since kind of rectified the last couple of weeks?
Well, I think that one thing, and it's not necessarily a deficiency, but it's the growth of Frankie Mares as quarterback in his second season. We saw him progress last year, but you still wanted to see a little more improvement. I think you've seen that. A lot of the passes that have been thrown this year have been on the spot, as you mentioned at the top of the broadcast, the 2 hookups with Jason Whitcliffe where they hit him right in stride.
Oh, yeah, they were beautiful passes.
And both of them coming when he was under pressure.
100%. It's not an easy ask when you're a younger player to stay in that pocket and take a shot and still deliver a ball on time, on target. And he did that, and he was rewarded handsomely for that. All right, Ross, some of the things that you think they've been doing pretty well all season long.
Well, I think that they've been able to keep the penalties for the most part during the play penalties under control.
Okay.
I think that there have been some big spots in which they have not picked up a penalty. You saw it last week in a couple of touchdown scoring drives or touchdown scoring plays where maybe last year there's a hole, there's a block in the back. This year you're not seeing that as much. However, some of the after the dead ball stuff, that has still been a bit of an issue, and that kind of got them a couple of weeks ago at the end of that Huffman game. They were right there in it. A couple of things didn't go their way, and then that's when the rails kind of came off for us. Yeah, the post-snap penalties are killers for several reasons, but one big one that pertains to the football game is it's 15 yards after whatever the play was.
Right.
And so you may have a play that picked up 15 yards. Okay, you don't want to give up 15 yards if you're the defense, or you just picked up 15 yards on a big third down. All of a sudden you have that post-snap penalty and it brings it back. And you just don't want to see that. You want to see the composure, and you want to see that they're learning. I think, though, they have improved this year. We have not seen as many as we did last year, but this year they seem to really be focused on keeping that composure. And we have to remember, these are high school kids. They're learning.
Correct. All right, Ross, keys to the game as we get, we're about 15 minutes or so away from game time here. Keys to the game, we've talked about these, I feel like ad nauseum, gone through that. The first one, and it's going to probably be the same one throughout the season.
Can I guess?
Oh, yeah. Well, while we're doing that, check out that sunset. I was talking to Mr. Ewing.
Oh, wow.
I thought, man, the sun was going over the tree line here in Lumberton, and it was amazing. And this is a beautiful place.
It really is.
I have not been here in some time. They've done a lot of upgrading to the facilities here.
I think I was 5 the last time I was here.
They've got a beautiful turf field and really nice facilities here. We're in their old press box, and they had an issue with the air condition, so it's kind of hot here. We got some fans on us. Well, anyway, let's go back to the plays of the game, or not the plays of the game, the keys to the game. The first one I want to talk about is stopping the big play, and you kind of mentioned that just moments ago. And it's kind of twofold for me. Stop the big play on defense and manage the clock on offense. You
saw, starting with Huffman, really I guess the last 2 weeks of controlling the football. I mean, that's what they did in the first half against Huffman, and it led to great success. Now, I think what you're going to have to see is a little mix of that, and that's what you saw last week. In Huffman, it was more of the slot T, run, and it was very effective, very minimal number of mistakes. Last week, they mixed some more of the passing in, and that was effective.
Yeah. All right, so talk about managing the clock, which you hit on real briefly. Lumberton is, when I was a kid, they were foot to foot, 3 yards in a cloud of dust. It was pretty amazing. They're more of a spread team, and I think that's what we're going to see tonight. So when Liberty does have the ball, and you said something beautiful last week, and I don't want to phrase you wrong, but you talked about getting them into manageable third down situations.
Well, in one of the ways that you do that is you limit the post-snap penalties and you limit the pre-snap penalties. You get a 3rd and 5, you get a 3rd and 4, all of a sudden you have a false start. Now it's back to a 3rd and long.
Yeah, every one of their scoring drives, I think they managed to avoid any kind of major infraction. And then multiple times they had some drives going and then kind of yanked backwards on some, well, I'm just going to say some silly penalties.
Well, the difference between a 3rd down and 4 and a 3rd down and 10 or 14 is you have so many more options at 3rd down and 4 that the defense has to worry about.
All right, key number 2 for me, I don't know if this is going to be your key number 2, but for me, make the tackle. And we've been saying that since 0 week when they were playing against Cold Spring. When you're there, and the defense has been there, Coach Garza, the defensive coordinator, he has coached that defense up so beautifully. They have been there every single time. Just when they've gotten there, they haven't been able to hang on or wrap up. Now, to be fair, many of them have been wearing the maul on their hand. There's some thumb injuries and some other things, and so they haven't had exactly use of both their hands. But got to make the tackle. And then key number 3, which they finally turned into something beautiful last week, finish the game. And Coach Harrison talked about that a couple of weeks ago on the Coaches Show about finishing the game. We've just been, I think Mr. Ewing was trying to let me know this a while ago, and I thought he was pulling my leg, but they're going to have a parachuter coming in to the field, and it looks like I can see something.
Well, I thought I saw something, but that turns out that's probably a 737. That's a little too high for a parachuter.
Well, it's pretty cool here on homecoming night.
If it's not, he'll hit the
field.
Oh,
there he is. We got it on the camera right there. They're coming in hot. So this is a brand new scenario for us, Ross.
And you're watching it first with us.
That is not a UFO. That's pretty cool for a high school game.
Here's how blind I am. I saw it on the monitor. I don't see where it is in real life.
I don't know exactly where they're coming in from. I want to thank the radio station that's doing here. The internet radio is right next to us here in Lumberton.
Been very helpful.
Yeah, pretty nice fellas. Well, I thought we had it. We had a shot. Well, while we're waiting for that, Ross, are your keys different than my keys, or did I pretty much say what was on your mind?
That's pretty much what was on my mind. The other key that you did not have on the list, and this is vital for their success, have more points at the end of the game.
Yeah, that's a pretty good key. That is a pretty
foolproof
good
key.
Yeah, okay.
But no, I do agree with the keys that you mentioned, and we did speak of those very similar keys last week, and they were able to successfully do that. Let's see if they can build on that tonight.
You know, you're a big stat guy, Ross. You like to look at the numbers. I've always appreciated that about you.
I do like to look at them. I have no idea what they mean.
Well, you know, that's okay, too. When you look at the district as a whole, and you go down and you look at the successful teams are the ones that have a wildly positive point differential between what they're scoring and what they're giving up. And I know that seems like, well, that's not rocket science, Joe Roberts. That just seems right. But you'll have some teams that will be just over, like maybe a zero. We call it a 0 point differential or very low, and those teams can be successful too. But the ones that are normally going to run the table and just get really great results are the ones that are going to have a very, very positive in their favor differential. And what I like is we've been seeing the change in direction for Liberty, and here they come onto the field.
Did the Skydiver ever land?
Well, I don't know if he landed or not, but those are our Liberty Panthers coming onto the field. Jose Becerra down there on our sideline camera. Ray Harrell down there on a camera. London Whitney and Seth Stewart up top on cameras. Alexis Cherton as well in the mix. Addison Fisher somewhere around. I think she's going to be taking over a camera maybe at halftime. Got Jace Alms, Tate White, Chloe Sanders, Victoria McMillan in the trailer with Mr. Ewing. So we are fully crewed up tonight. Again, it's always nice when we have everyone here. Those kids doing some great work for us, Ross.
I'm concerned about the Skydiver because it should seem like we had it on the camera and now they're gone. Maybe they weren't going to land on the field.
They were just psyching us out, maybe.
Well, let's hope they weren't going to land on the field because that would not be good.
Well, maybe they're going to come in with a coin. They're going to land at the captain's meeting.
Well, you know.
Stranger things have happened.
Well, no, that has happened before.
Has it?
Well, not in high school.
Oh, okay.
So that is pretty cool that they've got a guy skydiving.
Well,
I had a friend that tried to talk me into skydiving once.
Yeah?
Yeah, they wanted to do extreme skydiving. They tried to talk me into jumping without a parachute.
That's pretty extreme.
Yeah.
Well, Ross Norwood, who's your, and this is something I've been meaning to ask you, and it seems like we've been rushed a little lately. Now we've got a bit of time here, which thankfully Mr. Ewing, man, he is MacGyver down there in that trailer, able to give us the time that we need to get live and do the things that we need to do. Your player to watch on offense and defense for the Panthers?
Offensively, Frankie Mares, Jason Whitcliffe, but one person, though, that really has not been seen a lot of action in the last 2 weeks, Connor Giese. Yep. He's made some spectacular catches in this year or in this season. I expect to see him a little bit more tonight.
Okay, fair enough. And then defensively, who you got?
Well, I think you stay up front.
Okay, Jay Sean Godfrey, Keenan Clevenger. They made themselves well known last week. Jay Sean had a couple of big tackles for loss well into the backfield. He disrupted the Livingston running game more than once. Well, man, I'm thinking the
Skydiver may have put the flaps down a little too much.
Maybe so.
The people that are lined up on the field, who I believe you said were alumni.
Okay, so Mr. Ewing let me know that the Skydiver is bringing the game ball and the American flag. Are you pulling my leg, Mr. Ewing, or is that true?
No, I'm pretty sure that's what the public address announcer just...
Oh, okay. Well, you never know. Mr. Ewing, he's always chirping in my ear on here trying to get me to mess up.
It's coming from behind us.
Okay.
I see some of the Liberty coaches pointing into the sky behind us.
Well, you may have noticed that we did not have an LHS Live, nor did we have a coaches show this week, Ross. A busy week for us, and that kind of goes back to the district championships on cross country. Really busy with that, had to reschedule. And then, of course, this week we will not have a coaches show or an LHS Live because of Fair Week. Liberty will only be in school on Monday and Tuesday, and then they'll be out the rest of the week for the fair. But we will be live streaming the parade on Wednesday, so you'll see us next then. And then we'll be at home on Friday for LCM. And it feels like it's been a month of Sundays since we've been at home.
It has been.
It's been a while.
Well, we had no, I guess Huffman was at home. The anticipation here at Raiders Stadium building as the
everyone's looking
game
skyward.
Ball is descending from the sky.
They're looking for the mothership. This is just really cool. Lumberton Raiders are taking the field now. And I'll be honest with you, Ross, this game sort of scares me a little bit, just for the fact that when you look at the record, Lumberton looks awful. But when you look at some of the, what do you call that, the sabermetrics, the deeper dive, they've got some dudes.
One thing that they've had an issue with this year is injuries to some of their key players, and that has affected the record.
That's 100% accurate. So I'm super glad that our Panthers got the win last week, and I hope they keep that in their back pocket and don't try to live on that. I hope they come out with the same energy and intensity that they brought to the table in Livingston, Texas last Friday night.
Skydiver report update. Still not here. You don't think he got lost, do you?
Well, I don't know. We've still got, we're under 4 minutes to go here before game time.
Yeah, but they can't start the game until the guy that's falling from the sky lands on the field.
You don't want him to make a tackle in the middle of first quarter action?
Talk about the ultimate onside kick.
That would be one heck of an onside kick. That is for sure.
Because the ball went further than 10 yards.
Well, yeah.
More like 10,000 feet.
Do they jump from that high? Is that where they jump from?
I don't know. I think so. I've heard that before.
You've heard that number?
I have.
Well, we don't know if that's an accurate number.
Could be a number for something else.
Pretty sure Mr. Ewing can research that and let us know that he's our eye in the sky, as it were. We need to know, Mr. Ewing, if skydivers jump from 10,000, what's their jump number?
So there's a giant Remax flag standing at the 50-yard line, and now the Remax flag is going to move because they had a little bit of a problem, except for the Liberty players are following the Remax sign.
All right, got captains going out to the middle of the field. Frankie Mares. Looks like Mr. Tully's out there. Number 15, number 25.
Do you think they do the Skydiver every week?
It's Leighton Shellhammer and Cade Carter out there. And that indeed was Ethan Tully, representing the captains for the Liberty Panthers tonight. Liberty's going to be on the south end of the field. Now they do have the referees mic'd up. I could hear them, just not quite over the stadium announcer there. Now while we were talking, Ross, Mr. Ewing informed me that they were jumping from 1 mile. 1 mile up. So 5,280 feet.
Oh, I bet it's the national. This makes sense.
This could be.
Fly in on the national anthem.
Here comes the national anthem. Let's see if we can find this.
It's got pointing into the sky.
And it looks like some Lumberton choir members are singing the national anthem. Well, I can see the Skydiver on the Jumbotron, or the Jumbo screen. There it is on the screen. There's our parachuter coming in hot right there. Gonna touchdown at the 40-yard line. Right at the conclusion of the national anthem, and amazing work. Good job, camera folks, picking that up.
He forgot the football in the plane.
Well, wouldn't that be something? No, there he is. He's got the football.
So a Lumberton alum. How do you make that call?
Well, I don't
know.
Hey,
we need somebody to skydive.
Well, he's pointing up there, so I don't. Is there someone else following him? Oh, there's somebody else coming in. So we've got a second parachutist.
It's a Texas
and he's coming in with a Texas flag. How cool is that? And they're going to hit right at the 50 and do a slide.
Head linesman saying incomplete.
That's a pretty long way to jump for an incomplete pass. And then the American flag, and that's going to come in, and he's going to land right at the 45. Okay, I thought we got one. We got three, Ross.
Wow, I did too.
there you go. That's pretty cool. I'm going to put that on the old tick mark list. We've seen it.
Things you don't think you're going to see
at a high school football game. That's right. Well, you know what? One thing I've learned over the years is Texas is different.
No, I mean, that's pretty neat. I mean, how many times are you going to see a skydiver? And they executed it great.
Oh, yeah.
Like their timing.
That was pretty cool. Well, all the shenanigans have taken place, Ross. The clock says 0, which means it's just about time for the opening kickoff here in Lumberton, Texas. 10-4A action. Lumberton Raiders and your Liberty Panthers. Lumberton trying to get off the slide. And Liberty trying to continue or start a win streak. All right, Panther fans, sorry about that. I had to take a little hydration break. Well, everyone's clearing off of midfield, and both teams are on, and Lumberton will be kicking off. And it will be back deep for the Liberty Panthers. Looks like it's going to be Cameron Harper and Jason Wycliffe.
Coaches and refs, we're working on reconnecting communication between the press box and the scoreboard. Taking care of it in a couple of minutes.
We're going to get our first look at the Liberty Panther offense momentarily. Well, I don't know. I guess the officials need to have a chat about something. Trying to get their communications working. They do have them mic'd up, and the stadium announcer did mention there was something going on that end. Well, now they're huddling up with the coaches. I thought we were going to get underway, Ross, but I guess that is not to be.
Thanks to Brent,
We're going to figure this slide out here in just a second, Ross. There it is. We got that light figured out. All right.
So when the kick happens, Luke Cody will do the kicking for Lumberton.
I don't really know what's happening. They got both head coaches out there. Now they got it figured out. Well, I thought they did.
Well, it looked like they were breaking the huddle.
Trying to do the good game, good sportsmanship huddle. Is that what they're doing? I don't know.
Maybe the clock's stuck.
All right, maybe now we're going to finally get underway. And that's going to be deep. And it's going to hit and go into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
We're going to have a flag that's going to be on the 40-yard line, so this one will probably advance the ball 5 more yards. So we will have the call here. So Joe, with the procedure, the offside by the kicking team, the ball will go from the 25 to the 30-yard line.
Well, see if we can get started finally. Liberty Panthers will be on the 30-yard line. They'll be moving from left to right.
First time Liberty has started the game with the ball.
Porsche in motion, and Fowler's going to take the ball, and he'll go up the middle. Pick up a couple of yards on that.
Jonathan Dunham was the tackler.
Brings up a second down for the Panthers.
The second down, and looks like about 7 yards. It'll be on the 33-yard line, near hash mark to us, Ross. Stay under center is Frankie Mares. Porsche motion this time. Fowler breaks one up the middle, and he sheds off a couple of tacklers, Ross Norwood, and he's going to pick up the first down, and that's something that we didn't get a whole bunch of last week.
Jacob Marchuk with the tackle. He initially made contact with Fowler. Fowler able to keep on his feet moving before finally being pulled down.
Nice first down pickup for Fowler. They'll be at their own 47-yard line. 10:58 to go. First and 10 for the Panthers. Porsche again in motion, and they're just going to continue feeding Fowler, and he's going to get tripped up. He might have been able to pick up a few more yards on that, Ross.
Yeah, he ran right into the back of Jackson Harris. Tried to bounce off, but lost his balance.
Get to the 50-yard line, and that'll bring up second down and 7 for the Liberty Panther offense. Nolan Kay, the center. Wycliffe comes across, and he will cut back up the middle. Marchuk again in on the stop. We mentioned his name as a player to watch from the beginning.
Seen that play a couple of times this year with Wycliffe trying to get the edge. This time he cut back inside. And it'll bring up a manageable third down.
Third down and 4 for Liberty, and they've moved into Raider territory down to the Raider 47-yard line. Bill Buchanan taught me that one. If you're listening, Bill, love you. Mara's going to keep it. He's going to cut to the outside, and I thought he was going to pitch the ball, but wisely held on to it, and he is going to pick up another Panther first down, Ross.
Marchuk with the stop again for Lumberton. But a big first down for Liberty as they continue to move it down into Lumberton territory.
Ball's on the 42-yard line of the Raiders. And I've always loved their uniforms. They've got the old Oiler colors, love you blue. Pretty cool color scheme if you ask me. And even if you didn't ask me, it's a pretty cool color scheme. First and 10 for Liberty. Fowler right side, and he's going to break a couple of tackles, and he runs roughshod for about 8 yards, Ross.
Ethan Tully with a good block there to open that up for Fowler.
Bring up second and short as the Panthers get down to the Raider 34-yard line. We talked about this. Manage the clock. Give yourselves manageable short downs. And we're going to get a timeout. Lumberton, we're going to take one with them. We'll be right back. Welcome back, Panther Nation. You are watching Liberty Panther football on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. Joe Roberts, Ross Norwood, producer Richard Ewing, Lumberton, Texas for 10-4A action between the Raiders and your Panthers. 8:29 to go here in the first quarter. Second down and about 2 from the Raider 34-yard line. Logan Fowler has been fed a steady diet of handoffs and has responded in kind for the Liberty Panther offense. Nice to see this. They've kept the ball for several minutes here in the opening stanza of this contest. Wycliffe in motion and underneath, and that's going to be Fowler again, and he will pick up the first down. And that's was that the third or fourth first down on this drive, Ross?
Yeah, now down inside the 30-yard line. And similar to what you saw in Huffman, it's all been come down, pound them. They've had success doing it. And one thing I think last week showed is they can also have success when they need to air the ball out after an adjustment.
Under 8 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Mares under center. And this time he's going to hand the ball off to Fowler again, who's going to hurdle his running mate Wycliffe and pick up a few yards. That will bring up second down and probably 7 on the 3-yard pickup. Ball's on the Raider 26-yard line.
Keenan Clevenger there with a block on the defensive tackle.
And they are in no hurry to get to the line of scrimmage, doing a good job of really working the clock the best that they can. And Mares. Fowler, Porcher in the backfield, and Fowler following Porcher, and he's going to drag Marchuk past the 20-yard or to the 20-yard line. Be a big pickup there.
Close to another first down. It'll bring up a third down and short.
Well, what I'm seeing right now, Ross, I don't think Logan enjoyed not getting the ball as much last week. He's kind of showing out right now on this drive. 6:47 and counting here in the first quarter. Liberty Lumberton at zeros. First drive for the Panthers. Fowler and Porcher in the backfield. And Porcher touches the ball first. He goes to the right. It's number 5. And he's going to pick up a few yards there, and that will be a first down for Liberty.
They'll place that one at the 16-yard line. Lumberton's 16-yard line. This drive starting at the Liberty 30.
It's always fun hearing the stadium announcer trying to pronounce names from the visiting teams. Probably the same way that we do when we try to pronounce Livingston last week. Man, they had some wing dingers. I almost just named everybody Smith. First and 10 for Liberty. Wycliffe in motion. And this time the Raider defense was ready for it. And they didn't blow the whistle. The ball came out, but I'm not sure he wasn't already down. So I think that's much ado about nothing.
Nope. They are going to say he was still up. And that is a huge turnover there. They conferred about that, and it appeared to me in real time like he had not quite gotten down. But you saw something differently.
Well, no, I didn't necessarily see that. What I didn't hear was a whistle, and if the whistle hasn't been blown, then it's still a live ball, so no matter what I saw. And that is an unfortunate set of circumstances because they were well on their way to punching their ticket to Scoretown. As it stands, they now are on defense, and Lumberton is in the saddle. And this will be a handoff to trying to catch the number. This will be number 26.
Chase Williams.
Now, he was one that has kind of come on the scene a little late, and I think he may have been the one that had the injury early on. Carter, the quarterback. He's going to pull and fire to the right, and that is going to be, I think that's going to be Reyes. Yeah, Ty Reyes is going to make that completion, and he's been a dangerous weapon for them.
Yeah, Carter Wilson there dumping that one off underneath and was able to get the yardage they needed for a first down, their first down.
And he's going to, Lumberton's running this sort of a true spread look right now. Wilson fires to the right, and they're going to do everything they can to get the ball into Reyes' hands. Very dangerous, and that's going to be Cade Carter with the stop. Now, Carter Wilson, number 6, and Will Wright, number 5, are both quarterbacks, and they may kind of be working themselves into the mix. Did Wright get hurt?
Wright is in a sling.
Okay, Wright. That's
his arm's in a sling.
That's
his
why
whole
we're
body's
seeing.
Not in a sling.
Okay, that's why we're seeing the other guy, because he's been one of their main running backs. And he's going to pull that ball back, and he's going to get pulled down in the backfield, and that is number 15 with the sack. That's Leighton Shellhammer.
And Keenan Clevenger finishing it off.
Yeah, Leighton Shellhammer had been battling an arm injury, and so he hadn't been playing, and now back. Good to see him.
Nolan Mitchell is who originally was the quarterback, but he has been injured. He is suited up tonight.
So Carter Wilson in at quarterback for the Raiders. Again, he's good with his legs, so if he gets out of the pocket, he will be a dangerous runner. And he's going to throw over the top, and that is going to be just overthrown back there in coverage for the Panthers. Number 2, Cameron Harper. And is there a flag on the ground back there?
No, but Leighton Shellhammer brought the lumber to Williams, hitting him as he was releasing the football.
All right, Carter Wilson. Carter Wilson. I got to remember that. I was not prepared to say his name at quarterback. We didn't get a roster, and so just kind of do some investigative search. Carter Wilson, quarterback for the Raiders. And he's going to go to his left, and he's going to fire. That's going to be over Ty Reyes. Devorian Bradford in the neighborhood to snuff that out. Going to stop the clock at 3:34, and that's going to be 4th down and extremely long, and I suspect they're going to send the punt team on, Ross.
Liberty's defense made the adjustment to the underground.
The underground. Yeah,
what am I trying to say?
The underneath?
Underneath.
There we go.
Passing game that got them the first down and a couple of big pickups and forced them to go long, brought up the pressure.
And back deep, Jason Wycliffe. And they're going to be, they may get a flag on the, okay, he all right, I thought they were going to throw a flag back there. A little incidental contact on the punter.
Yeah, so that was.
Maybe a little acting job over there.
It was a little, there was contact, but it was very close, and the referee decided not to throw the penalty flag there. There was a little bit of LeBron James, Karl Malone.
Hey, calm down now. Calm down with that. You know how I feel about that. Liberty Panthers 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line, far hash mark. 3:26 to go here in the first quarter. Liberty turning the ball over on their first drive, but, man, they were moving the chains. 2 of the greatest floppers in NBA history. Okay, I'm going to pretend that you're not just dragging me. You're doing that. That's rage bait right there. Mares under center. And this time, Porche right-hand side, and Marchuk is there, and he has been all over the place for the Raiders. Porche back to the line of scrimmage. Yeah, Marchuk started and then crossed the field to get over there. Very good speed. Tall guy, not very big, but he packs a punch. 2nd down and 10 for Liberty. 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Mares again. Going to send Porche in motion. Fowler, and they're going to get a whistle. Yeah, I believe Wycliffe crossed the line a little too early. Well, they're going to back that up 5 yards, and they'll do that all over again. Bring up 2nd and 15, ball back to the 30-yard line for Liberty. 2:52 to go here in the first quarter. Both teams knotted at 0. But so far, Liberty has had the ball for a good chunk of the first quarter, Ross.
Well, and here on 2nd down and 15, important if you can pick up about 5 yards, 6 yards, and get it into a manageable 3rd down.
Mares back in the shotgun now. And this time he's going to roll to his right. Maybe a designed run, cuts back left, and not able to get outside number 4 for the Raiders in the area. And he's going to get maybe the scrimmage line, the original scrimmage line plus 1.
Yeah, so it'll bring up a 3rd down and 9. That was Colton Dieters.
We got 3rd down and 9. Ball is on the Raider 36-yard line, still on the far hash mark. Getting close to the 2-minute mark here in the first quarter in Lumberton, Texas at Raider Stadium.
Great stadium lights and great sound system.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. And apparently home of skydivers and parachutists.
What a neat thing.
Mares, Porsche in the backfield with him. He's going to roll to his right. He's going to look downfield. And that's going to be a big-time reception from Jason Wycliffe just about the 50-yard line. And he is going to tack on another 10, and that is going to move the sticks into Raider territory, Ross.
Yeah, no flags there as that ball popped loose, but after he hit the ground, as the head linesman on our near side quickly indicated to stop.
Now, we have not seen a ton of that, the over-the-middle crossing route, the deep crossing route.
Well, and a pump fake there by Mares, which backed off some of the defensive backs.
Be a huge first down pickup for the Liberty Panthers. They'll be on the Raider 41-yard line, 1:14 to go here in the first quarter. Mares going to be back under center here. Wycliffe in motion. Fowler, left-hand side, still fighting and dragging Raiders with him. Again, that's number 4 on the takedown for the Raiders. That's going to be a big pickup for Fowler. Be close to a first down, about 8 yards.
Luke Porsche and Mason Shellhammer with big blocks there.
Yeah, I think Grandma was watching the stream, and we kept on saying Shellhammer, and she was like, "Which Shellhammer? Tell us." So I apologize for that. Try to do better on that. Mares under center again, 2nd and short. Porsche in motion, and he'll cut back up the middle, and he's going to get pushed backwards. Number 50 for Lumberton, making his presence known, and it looks like they're probably going to lose a yard on that.
Yeah, that one they just could not get there, and that is going to be the last play of the first quarter as Kedrick Harrison and the coaching staff for Liberty calling off the players on the field.
Well, after a quarter of action, Lumberton 0, Liberty 0. We'll be right back. Welcome back, Panther Nation. You are watching Liberty Panther football on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. Joe Roberts and Ross Norwood, producer Richard Ewing. After a quarter of action in Lumberton, Texas, this 10-4A game all tied up at 0. Liberty probably held the ball of the 12 minutes in the first quarter. They probably had it about 10 minutes. And they are still in the middle of a drive. Jason Wycliffe with a big chain-moving catch earlier in this drive. Now they are facing short.
So they just did a kick on the field, and it was for a Cane's, year's worth of Cane's chicken and a gift basket, and it was successful, just skimming over the top of the crossbar.
All right, we're gonna have to do better on some of our giveaways at Liberty. I don't know what's going on here. That's pretty exciting. 3rd down and short from the Lumberton 33-yard line. Switching into the field, Porsche in motion. And Fowler, right-hand side, gets twirled around, and it's going to be close to the 30. And they're going to be really close to a first down here.
Yes, and Carlos Rubio with a huge block there to buy some extra yardage.
Oh, they're going to give them the first down. So they do get to the 30-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10. So that's a nice bit of running from Logan Fowler.
And with the quarter change, they flipped the field and now moving right to left.
Yeah, you're right. I said that, but I didn't say it.
Oh, I don't pay attention to what you say.
Oh, there's no doubt. I barely pay attention to what I said. Mares under center from the Raider 30-yard line. This time Porsche in motion. And Fowler takes the ball, and that was a long mesh point right there. Mares and Fowler.
Fowler bouncing off Colin Courts and able to spin around.
Pick up 3 yards on the carry, bring up 2nd down and 7. Down to the Raider 27-yard line, still on the far hash, away from us, that is. 10:56 to go here in the second quarter. Liberty knocking on the door again. Mares. Fowler and Porsche in the backfield. Porsche tries to sneak through the right side and still on his feet, finally getting pulled down. And the big boys up front doing their level best to open up a hole for him.
Yeah, Jonathan Dunham got pretty early contact, but Porsche just kept moving.
He's going to get across the 25-yard line to the 24. 3rd down and about, I'm going to call it a long 3. And Liberty doing pretty good job tonight of 3rd down and manageable.
Joe, this is very important that they get this play off without a pre-snap penalty because you are in that 3rd and manageable.
There you go. They may end up having to call a timeout if they don't hurry up. And Wycliffe left, and he's still on his feet, dragging a number of Raiders before he gets pulled down, and he's going to be close to a first down if he didn't get it. Be very close.
Braden Borders was the first one to make contact for Lumberton, and he's got size on Wycliffe, but Wycliffe just running him over.
Well, they're going to call that 4th down and about a football length here. Be very close. I imagine if they don't bring out a measurement, they're going to keep Mares, and I'm sure he's going to sneak this ball here. Under 9:20 to go here in the second quarter, still tied up at 0. Liberty with a bulk of the possession throughout this first half, and in no real hurry to get this ball off. Probably going to be calling a timeout here, I would imagine.
I would imagine you're looking at about a 37-yard field goal, maybe 38-yard field goal attempt. If you do on 4th down, you've got a very, very short 4th.
They are going to call a timeout at the 8:57 mark. We're going to take a timeout with them. We'll be right back. Welcome back, Panther Nation. You are watching Liberty Panther football on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. 4th and extremely short, 8:57 to go, and Mares under center. Porsche in motion, and he's going to follow his blocker, Fowler, and he's going to pick up a big chunk of change right there. Mares, the quarterback, number 8, picks up the first down, and that was a tough bit of running, Ross.
Keenan Clevenger also there pushing the defensive tackle to create that space that Fowler opened up, or not create it, but to keep it open.
Be 1st down and 10 from the 13-yard line. Mares again under center. And just going to go again, quarterback sneak right up the gut. And pick up another several yards. Looks like maybe about 3 yards on the pickup. Bring up 2nd down and 7. They can pick up a first down without scoring, Ross.
Yeah, I can't see exactly from this angle, but what do they need, the 2?
The 3.
3, okay.
Yep. Be second down and about 7. They're on the 10-yard line. Mares. Porsche in motion. Fowler up the middle, still spinning on his feet. And the ball comes out again. So I don't... And it looks like there's another turnover down here in the red zone, Ross.
That is exactly what happened. The contact softening the ball up. I did not see the Lumberton player who came away with it, but that is almost a mirror image of what happened on the other end of the field in the first quarter.
Be 7:46 to go here in the second quarter. Liberty in the red zone twice, and both times with turnovers. And that's, man, hopefully that doesn't come back and hurt. Wilson, and he'll throw to the left-hand side looking for Reyes, and that's going to be in stride. Reyes will walk into the end zone. I believe that's Reyes. Nope, that's number 1. I thought that was a number 7. That's number 1, Tyler Breeden.
And we have a late flag that was underhand thrown in the sky, and I am thinking this could be a celebration penalty, as there was a bit of taunting.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, did he get it before he walked into the end zone or not?
Well, that is very important. Now, there could be something else that we missed. I believe that was the umpire that...
Well, this is going to be a big swing of events, Ross, and normally what happens after a turnover, that's when you swing for the fences, and they did exactly that.
And they waved off the penalty.
As it stands, that is going to be a touchdown at the 7:35 mark. That was Wilson to Breeden, and that is, well, they were about the 10-yard line or so. Be a 90-yard touchdown. They're going to step on for the point after attempt, number 19, Luke Cody, with the PAT attempt here momentarily. Well, what should have been a 14-0 lead has turned into Liberty trailing 7-0. 2 times in the red zone, and they have turned the ball over, and that time they paid for it immediately on the long touchdown strike. Cody for the point after attempt. Snaps good, holds good. The ball is up. It is through the uprights. 7:35 to go in the second quarter. Lumberton leads Liberty 7-0. We'll be right back. Welcome back, Panther Nation. You are watching Liberty Panther football on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. Second quarter, 7:35 to go, and Lumberton strikes first on the long touchdown pass from number 6, Carter Wilson, to number 1, Tyler Breeden. And sort of the Achilles heel of the Liberty Panther defense has been that over-the-top pass, and that's where he beat them down the left-hand sideline. Well, they will try it again offensively. Back deep again for the Panthers. Number 2, Cameron Harper. Number 10, Jason Wycliffe. And right there in the middle, Logan Fowler. It's going to be high and deep. It's going to be fielded by Cameron Harper. Not cleanly, though. He's going to pick it up at the 14. Still on his feet, trying to go right. Looking to catch the edge. Cuts back, and there's going to be a flag on the ground over there about the 19-yard line. That's probably going to be a block in the back, says Ross Norwood. Well, he turned nothing into something, but that block in the back will bring it back.
Well, it's hard not to have a block in the back on a play like that where everything shifts the field direction.
No doubt about that. Well, Liberty is going to try and get back on the drawing board, but the easel is going to be set up at the 10-yard line. We said this earlier, Ross. Don't do anything to put yourself in harm's way. And that's exactly what they've done. Waiting for the chain gang to get set up. Going to be 1st and 10. Mares going to hand the ball off to Porsche, almost with some running room up the middle, and he's going to get hit by Marchuk.
That's a name that we have already called a lot. And that was a punishing hit.
That was a nice hit. Porsche able to move the ball up several yards, bring up 2nd down and 7. 7 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Mares, Porsche in the backfield with him. And this time Mares looks to his left, and that's going to be caught by Wycliffe near the sideline. He's going to be pushed out about the 18 or 19-yard line. See where they spot that. Well, he's going to be a little shorter than I thought, about the 18-yard line. Bring up 3rd down and short for Liberty. 6:48 to go. Again, Porsche behind Mares. And he will take the ball right-hand side. And this Raider defense pushing back. And that's number 9 for the Raiders. It'll be Luke Burkhalter with the stop. And that will be no gain on the play. That'll bring on the punting team. Diego Diaz. Have not seen him yet. First action. And he will be standing near his own goal line for this first punt attempt. Back deep for the Raiders. Number 7, Ty Reyes, the dangerous senior return man. It's going to be a low dribbling snap. Diaz able to get it off. It's going to hit and roll. Reyes fields it on the hop. There's already a flag on the ground about the 42-yard line, and Reyes is going to get pushed out at the Panther 42-yard line. We'll see what that flag's all about, Ross.
I believe we are going to have probably a block in the back as the...
Well, that was pretty gutsy of Reyes to field that ball with a Panther defender right in his face.
That is, there's a block in the back against Lumberton, and you know, you always cringe a little bit when you see a ball fielded like that.
It's going to push the ball back to the Raider 48-yard line, near hash mark to us. 6:01 to go here in the second quarter. Wilson and number 26 in the backfield with him. That is Chase Williams. Wilson hands the ball off to Williams, and he is going to get pulled down by number 4, Devorian Bradford, number 11, Mason Shellhammer.
We're going to have a late flag after the play.
Pick up a few yards on that, and we'll see. That looks like that may be going against Liberty. Oh, no, they're going to call that against Lumberton. I did not see that.
Well, that is a huge penalty on Lumberton. It'll turn that, 1st and 10 into a second.
Well, no, that they're going to, yeah, they would have picked up about 3 on the play, and instead of 2nd down and 7, they're going to have a 2nd down and about 21 here. Be back in their territory all the way back to their 37-yard line. Wilson, the quarterback, this time in the backfield with him, number 36.
Tyler Breeden is on the near side. He caught that touchdown pass for Lumberton on their last drive.
Wilson going to look quickly to Breeden, and he's going to get pushed out of bounds at about the 41-yard line. Get a few yards back, but still a long 3rd down situation, Ross.
Leighton Shellhammer using his head there as he hit Breeden right about the time he was going to get out of bounds, and instead of trying to finish that off, he pulled up, and that could have been a bad flag.
Bring it third down, and it looks like about 18 or so. Ball's on the 41-yard line. Wilson. And this time Williams back in the backfield with him.
Breeden is still on the near side at the 40.
And they're going to have to take a timeout. Play clock ran all the way down. It'll be timeout Lumberton. We'll take one with them. We'll be right back. Welcome back, Panther Nation. You're watching Liberty Panther football on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. 5:02 to go here in the second quarter. Liberty trails Lumberton 7-0. Third down and extremely long from their own 41-yard line. Number 6, Carter Wilson, the quarterback for Lumberton. Chase Williams in the backfield with him. And Reyes in motion, comes across. They're going to try and find him, and they do find him across, and he's going to get stopped about 4 yards shy of the first down. What a big stop, Ross.
DeVorian Bradford there. It'll bring up a fourth down.
Oh, that was a very big stop from the Panther secondary. Had he missed him, Reyes may have been able to take that one to the house.
Yeah, a little crossing pattern there. And as of now, it appears they're going to go for it.
Wilson. And we're going to have another timeout. And this time, Liberty's going to take the timeout. But we'll stay here for this one.
So with that Liberty timeout, Joe, both teams with only one remaining in the first half with 4:26 to play.
Yeah, the situation here, they may try to hard count Liberty and see if they can get the cheap first down. I don't know if that's going to be working for them. And I thought there was going to be some difficulties, at least early on. Carter Wilson is not their normal quarterback, and anytime you're going with someone who's not your normal quarterback, sometimes some timing issues can occur. But when you have some dangerous weapons like Tyler Breeden and Ty Reyes, it kind of takes some pressure off of you. And Lumberton's 0-5 record, not indicative of actual skill level here. Now, it does look like they have the punt team on, and that's going to send Wycliffe back for the Panthers. We'll see if that stands true.
It looks like Tyler Breeden is on the punt, so watch out.
He's going to send a short punt to Wycliffe, who fields it at about the 10 and breaks contain up the sideline and still on his feet and cutting back to the middle. And this has been a beautiful bit of running from Jason Wycliffe. He's going to bring the ball back to the Panther 37-yard line. And, man, that truly was something from nothing, Ross.
Yeah, I cringed a little bit as he fielded that just because he had to do it on the run.
Well, that was a pretty nice maneuver from the senior return man. He has shown how dangerous he can be when the ball gets in his hands. And Liberty with plenty of time to put some points on the board. 4:10 to go here in the second quarter, trailing Lumberton 7-0. They have knocked on the door twice and turned it over deep in Raider territory. Mares in the shotgun. Porche in the backfield with him. And this time, Mares looks to the left side. And that's going to be a tough catch from Jason Wycliffe at about the 50-yard line. And that's going to move the chains. 1st and 10 for Liberty. And, man, that was pretty nice.
Yeah, it'll be at the Liberty 49-yard line. And Wycliffe having to do some acrobatics.
That'll be on our near hash mark to us, and just about 4 minutes to go, Ross.
I always harp on the post-play penalties, but it really came back to bite Lumberton there.
Mares. And this time makes a great play, pulls the ball down, still on his feet, and he's going to get pulled down by number 44. And we've got a flag laying on the field at around the 50-yard line.
That one came in late.
Call a holding on that, I believe.
Yeah, on the backside of that play.
That was Colin Courts with the stop on the play, but that's not going to matter. With the hold, they'll replay the first down.
Ethan Tully with a good block, keeping everything the way he should, not holding. That opened some space there. Unfortunately, it comes back.
Mares to his left, and he will fire deep, and that's going to be well over the hands of Jason Wycliffe. That'll stop the clock at 3:43 and bring up second down and extremely long for the Liberty Panthers. They've been moved all the way back to their own 39-yard line, and they need to get to the 41 of Lumberton to pick up the first down.
Yeah, 3:43, Joe. Still plenty of time. You do have one timeout.
Porsche in the backfield with Mares. This time Mares to his right. He's forced to scramble back to the left, and he's going to have to keep it, and he's going to step out of bounds, and he's going to get hit late. And where is the flag on that? He was in the white when he got hit.
The defender left his feet while he was still in bounds.
Oh.
He did hit him once he was in the white.
That's a tough no call for me. I definitely agree with what you said, but that's, if I were down there in the heat of the moment, I probably as an official would have thrown that flag, but he didn't, and that was a nice bit of running for Mares to pick up a big chunk. It's going to be third down and about 13 now for the Panthers. They're on their own 46-yard line. Again, need to get to the 41 of the Raiders to pick up the first down. And this time, Porsche, the right-hand side, he breaks the out, and he is going to run over a Raider defender. That's going to be number 4 that he runs over, and he's going to be really close to the spot that he needs for the first down. And they're going to give him the 42. They're going to leave him about a yard short.
Yeah, that I thought he had gotten to the 41, which is what he needs for the first down, but just short. And Liberty going to go for it here. At least they appear to initially.
That was a big pickup for Liberty right there to even get it to this manageable spot. Under 3 minutes to go. 1 yard for a first down pickup. Mares. And this time he's going to follow Porsche. He's going to find a big hole up the middle, still on his feet, and he is running, and he's going to get pushed out of bounds at about the 19-yard line. And just when you think he's caught, he goes full Houdini and picks up a big first down, Ross.
Well, and no flags on that play, which is huge, but this has been the Achilles heel for Liberty inside the 20-yard line tonight. This is their third trip.
2:45 to go here in the second quarter. Liberty trailing Lumberton 7-0, and they do have to kick the ball off coming out of halftime. Near hash mark. Mares under center this time. Logan Fowler in the backfield. Porsche in motion. Fowler going to take the ball up the right-hand side, and there's going to be a flag right there at the end of that run. Anytime I see a flag, I just automatically assume it's going to be on the offense.
Yeah, and that one, though, coming in at a time where right after the tackle, it's going to be a chop block, though.
Well, that's going to be a tough penalty right there. That's going to put a significant hurt on that pickup.
I think that's the first time I've seen a chop block called in a long time.
Yeah, they're going to get that on Wycliffe. And if you're going to see it, that's normally a non-lineman that you see that from, because they just don't do that a whole bunch. That's going to push the ball back to the Raider 29-yard line. About first down and 20 to go here, and 2:38 to go. Mares under center. This time Wycliffe in motion. Mares keeps the ball, slides up the middle, and he'll pick up a few. He'll get pulled down by a host of Raiders. Number 61 for Lumberton leading the charge there.
And there's an injured Lumberton Raider down on the field near the Liberty sideline, just inside the numbers.
Yeah, it looks like he's holding the back of his leg. That's never a good thing. trainer for Lumberton coming on. Hopefully that's just a cramp. Not super humid out today. It was hot before
for
the
yourself.
sun went down. Well, it was hot, but it wasn't super humid. Normally
it is now.
Well, I mean, I'm not sweating. Normally I sweat a bunch when it's super humid. I'm going to try to work on that, young man. While we're doing that, so far, Ross, with 2:22 to go here in the second quarter, Liberty has shown that they can move the ball. Now they just got to hold on to the ball.
That has been a big issue tonight. And you haven't seen it as much this year as you did in the last 2 years. Really 3, I guess, but
well, that big offensive line led by number 72 Nolan Kay and Ethan Tully, amongst others.
Don't forget Keenan Clevenger.
Well, there's a bunch of them, and they are
Carlos
very
Rubio.
Experienced, big offensive line, and they've really the last couple of weeks have done just a beautiful job of paving the way for Luke Porche, Logan Fowler, and even Frankie Mares to some extent to get through there and pick up some big yardage. And if they can continue that trend, good things for them. Diego Diaz on the sideline getting himself loose in case he is called upon to try to kick a field goal. And they do want to come away with something on this drive. Again, we've talked about this. They are going to be kicking off coming out of halftime. And, man, when they go into the locker room, there are going to be some really good things that they're going to be able to hang their hat on, and then there's going to be a couple of things that I'm sure Coach Harrison he's going to politely mention, if I could say that, as lightly as possible. Again, this young man for Lumberton still on the ground, and they're finally getting him up. And this is number 11. That's Jonathan Dunham.
He's a name we've called.
So I'm glad he's hopping, but he is able to pseudo under his own power. Not all the way, but that's nice to see him moving off the field. You never wish any kind of injury upon anyone.
No, anytime there's an injured player, you do want to see them moving off the field on their own or at least upright.
Well, with the injured player off the field, that'll bring the offense back on. Second down and about 16, 17. Ball's going to be on the Raider 26-yard line. And Liberty trying to get underway again. Mares in the shotgun with Porche to his right. And he will follow over to the right. And he will look. Oh, and that was almost a tip deflection interception. Cade Carter not able to hold on to that one. And Mares got popped right there at the end.
Yeah, he got wrapped up right as he was getting ready to, or right as he was releasing that ball, which could have played a factor.
It's going to bring up third down and long for Liberty. 2:16 to go here in the second quarter. Liberty trailing Lumberton 7-0. And this has been about what I thought it was going to be, a very close ball game between two teams that are really trying to get themselves established. Mares in the shotgun, Porche to his left. Mares rolls and looks downfield into the end zone, and Geezy is going to be just shy of being able to grab that, and that will bring up 4th and 10, and again, or 4th and long, and again Mares under duress as he was throwing that ball.
Yeah, the defensive back covering Geezy. There was a lot of jamming going on.
Well, they're going to bring on Diego Diaz here. This is definitely within his range, Ross. 2:09 to go here in the second quarter. In the 32, or I'm sorry, the 27. Snaps good, holds good, and it's going to get blocked right there at the line of scrimmage, and that's still a live ball on the ground, and the Raiders pick it up, and they're going to get smothered down there about the 7-yard line. Man, that was potential.
Extremely dangerous.
Oh, very dangerous.
And we're going to have an injured Panther.
And that looks like that's number 70, Ethan Tully, on the ground down there.
Michael Pope from Methodist Hospital?
Nope.
Athletic.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's number 76, Keenan Clevenger.
Houston Methodist, excuse me.
Yeah, Houston Methodist. Going to step out there and check that out, and hopefully Keenan is okay.
Yeah, they got him up pretty quick. That's always a good sign.
All right. You kind of catch your breath when a player of that caliber goes down to the ground.
He'll come out for at least a play here. And Joe, a 44-yard field goal attempt was blocked.
The snap was good. The hold was good. Lumberton just able to apply immediate pressure from the outside. Wilson, the quarterback, with Williams, the running back, to his left. Or now he's going to move into behind him. Still going to hand the ball off, and he's going to break the right-hand side. And still on his feet. Big bunch of yards there. Finally getting pulled down by Jason Wycliffe.
That was a big open field tackle, probably a touchdown-saving tackle. At a minimum, a tackle that kept them in their own territory, but
they're going to be on the 35-yard line. They're going to try to hurry up. And there's going to be a flag. Looks like maybe a delay of game.
No, it wouldn't be delay of game.
I'm sorry, false start. Hello. They had barely come to the line of scrimmage.
That would be the world's shortest play clock. Okay, here.
Well, I'm sorry. We've been some places where we've had some short play clocks. Go ahead, Ross.
Well, I was going to say that big pickup on first down changes how they're going to run this drive the rest of the way. They get out of deep Lumberton territory.
Wilson. Again, they're going up to the line of scrimmage, and then they're looking to the sideline. Wilson going to go outside to his right, and that's going to be behind number 7, Reyes. That's going to fall incomplete. 1:33 to go here in the second quarter. Going to bring up second down and 15 for Lumberton. And Liberty, man, the ball just has not bounced their way this first half. They've had the ball a lot.
They've controlled the first half as far as the clock's concerned, but Lumberton with a 7-0 lead on that play there. Tried to dump it off to Reyes, but he took a left step when he needed to go right.
Williams in motion, and Wilson's going to keep it. Going to come up to the left-hand side, and he's going to get spilled by Mason Shellhammer.
Jason Wycliffe there with the initial contact was able to throw him off just enough.
Going to have a timeout here.
And this one will be for Liberty. They'll spend their last timeout as this brings up a 3rd and long.
And we'll take one with them. We'll be right back. Welcome back, Panther Nation. You are watching Liberty Panther football on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. 1:19 to go here in the second quarter. Liberty trails 7-0. Lumberton facing 3rd down and about 12 from their own 33-yard line. Wilson, the quarterback, by himself.
You know, Joe, I've never had anybody satisfactorily explain to me this whole going to the line and then everybody looking to the sideline.
It's very cumbersome. And Wilson's going to throw that, and that was almost tipped into the hands of Connor Giese. It's going to be 4th down and long, but more importantly, that's going to stop the clock. 1:15 to go here, 4th down situation.
Yeah, that's the most important thing. It would have been great had Giese been able to come up with that. We're talking about great field position. Liberty, no timeouts remaining in the first half as they spent their final to stop the clock on 3rd down.
Jason Wycliffe going to be standing back on his own, looks like 35-yard line.
Joe, you go for the punter here?
Well, you know, maybe not. They didn't. Wycliffe's going to fill that at the 28. He's up the right-hand side, still on his feet, and he's going to get pushed out of bounds at the 40, looks like about the 43, 44-yard line. And there's still plenty of time here. 1:04 to go in the second quarter. The Liberty Panther offense has been able to move the ball.
Yeah, it's just been punching it in that's been the problem. 3 drives they've had tonight, 3 drives inside the 20.
Two fumbles and 1 blocked field goal attempt. And that really, the one play is the difference here.
But,
hey, it's the difference. Frankie Mares going to get the offense going here.
1:04.
Porsche to his left. Going to roll out to the left. Looks downfield. Wycliffe with the reception, and he's going to be able to drag the Lumberton defender for a first down pickup, and they are in Lumberton territory, Ross.
Yes, that was Hudson Emerson on the coverage. He got Wycliffe down, but not before he could pick up the first down. When he made initial contact, he was still behind the sticks.
They are going to move quickly here, Mares. And he's going to roll to his right. Again, trying to find the sidelines. A little miscommunication there. That's going to fall incomplete. But stop the clock at 45-second mark. Second down and 10. The ball is on the Raider 46-yard line, Ross.
Got away with one there. Big block in the back by a Liberty offensive lineman. The officials did not see.
Porsche in the backfield with Mares. And this time Mares is going to look, and oh man, that's going to be an awkward tackle. Not an illegal tackle, just awkward. Wycliffe comes up with the big catch.
Short of the first down, though, as the clock continues to run on third down.
We got third down and about 3, and Mares is going to spike the ball. And that's going to stop the clock at the 26-second mark. Bring up fourth down and about 3 or so from the Raider 39-yard line.
Yeah, 4th and short here with the 26 seconds. Now this is, you had to stop the clock, but to be on 4th down now, if you're going to go for it, you've got to pick it up. Otherwise, Lumberton gets this ball at their own 39-yard line.
Mares looks to the sideline for the play, trips to the short side. And this time he's going to roll to the left, and he's going to fire complete to Jason Wycliffe for the first down, and he's going to get out of bounds to stop the clock. Man, and Mares stood in there and took one on the chin, Ross.
Oh, he took a hard lick. It did get the long attention of the referee. I don't think there was anything illegal about it, but he was making sure that all of that was above board.
1st and 10 from the 30. Mares again rolls to the left, and he's going to get pushed backwards, gets out of that jam, and he is going to throw the ball away wisely. That's going to stop the clock at the 10-second mark and bring up second down and 10 for Liberty. And they may have time for 2 more plays here, depending on what they do on this next play.
Well, in order for them to have 2 more plays, the next play has to go to the sideline, and you have to get out of bounds. If it is a deep down pickup, you want that, but you got to get down there and spike it, because with 10 seconds, I think maybe you're looking at 1 play and a field goal unless you can punch it in.
Mares trips to his short side left. He's going to look, and that is going to fall incomplete, intended for Devorian Bradford coming across, and quite frankly, had he caught that, I don't know that he would have scored, and that probably would have ended the drive. 6 seconds to go here, 3rd down and 10, and this is going to be a field goal attempt for Liberty.
About a 48-yard attempt here for Diego Diaz.
Again, he does have the leg for this. Snaps good, holds good.
And we are going to have a timeout.
Well, they called the timeout there. I don't know that they should have done that. I think they had gotten in to block that thing.
Well, it went through the uprights.
Well, I think they starting to pull up, but you can see he's got the power.
So they'll spend their final timeout of the first half, and why not? You only have 4 seconds left.
Why not? 4 seconds to go. I'm not going to say it's, dog day afternoon if they don't score here, but it certainly helps the confidence level if you can step into the locker room with something on the scoreboard.
Well, when you look back on the first half, it's that one play. It was a big play, but the one play, Liberty's defense has played very well in this first half, other than that one play.
Well, the Liberty Panthers struggling in the red zone, and we could beat that horse to death. We're not going to. You can see it on the scoreboard, but that is something that's something they'll talk about in the locker room. Going to try it again. Snaps good, holds good. The ball is up, and it is through the uprights, and Diego Diaz-Ramirez puts the Panthers on the board. No time left on the clock. That's going to do it for the half. Liberty 3, Lumberton 7, and we'll be right back. Welcome back, Panther Nation. You are watching Liberty Panther football on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. After a half of action, your Liberty Panthers trailing Lumberton 7-3. Diego Diaz with the 48-yard field goal as time expires. The tail of the tape for the first half, the Liberty Panthers able to move the ball at will, controlled, nay, dominated the time of possession, but twice in the red zone they gave the ball away, and then they had a field goal blocked. And so that's the difference. Lumberton with a 90-yard touchdown strike from Wilson to Breeden, and he caught that about the 50, so he ran for about another 50 yards after he caught the ball. And that has really been the difference. One play, and Liberty trails.
Well, really 3 plays. You had the 2 fumbles or the 2 turnovers, and then that big 50-yard play.
Well, we're going to listen to the Mighty Panther Marching Band, and we'll be back somewhere near the end of halftime. See you then.
Social officers are Lily Lavender, Ainsley Williams, and President Addison Vickers. Military officers are Second Lieutenant Emma Zuka, First Lieutenant Abby McMillan, Co-Captain Samantha Molina, and Captain Reese Graves. The Prancer of the Week is Natalie Venegas. The Prancers have chosen Coach Tremaine Johnson as their Teacher of the Week. Thank you for all that you do for your students. The Prancers perform a kick routine to Fireball by the Mighty Panther Band. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are proud to present the award-winning Mighty Panther Marching Band under the field direction of drum majors Ellie Hell and Jordan Brown. Color guard captain is Hannah Hawkins. This evening, the band presents their 2024 halftime show, Unbroken. This evening, we present Movement 2, Numb by Linkin Park. Movement 3, Beautiful by Christina Aguilera, featuring flugelhorn soloist Taylor Espino. And Movement 4, When Love Takes Over, by David Cueta and Kelly Rowland. The section of the week is the percussion section. Guard member of the week is Andrew Ruiz. The Mighty Panther Band is under the direction of Sean Smith and Jackson Parker. Color guard sponsor is Tiffany Jordan. We would like to thank our school board and band boosters for their constant support.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate the visiting team Liberty's band. Let's get started with our homecoming festivities. Again, good afternoon or good evening, and welcome to our homecoming halftime celebration. As the Mighty Raider Band takes the field in preparation of our Sweetheart and Court presentation, we would like to recognize a few people. First, we want to recognize our amazing senior class sponsor, Mrs. Pell. She works tirelessly for our students. If you were at the pep rally last night, you saw an incredible senior slideshow that she, with the help of a few seniors, compiled over the course of several weeks. The final product was amazing, thanks to her time and effort. We'd also like to thank Mr. Cole McKinstry for formatting the slideshow to enable us to show it on the Jumbotron and running the Jumbotron last night. And finally, we would like to thank Mr. Woodrum and the shop students for making and preparing the letters for burning last night. Thank you all for making last night so special. Let's give them a round of applause. We are very excited to have so many of our clubs and organizations participating this evening. We will begin by recognizing our senior sweethearts. All right, first basketball sweetheart, Jolie Wineland, and volleyball sweetheart, J.C. Spears. Fishing Club sweetheart, Carson Manzer, and FFA sweetheart, Alyssa Patillo. Band sweetheart, Jasmine Flores, and Film Club sweetheart, Georgia Allen. Dual Credit Club sweetheart, Ireland Mirabella, and National Honor Society sweetheart, Kira Neal. Hosta sweetheart, Britton Renando, and soccer sweetheart, Maddie Hubble. Interact Club sweetheart, Brianna Reynolds, and Key Club sweetheart, Alexis Danos. Yearbook sweetheart, Abby Montoya, and Raiderette sweetheart, Carly Allen. Book Club sweetheart, Marley Farrell, and Elevate Club sweetheart, Jillian Sanday. Greater Kindness Club sweetheart, Ava Barton, and Swim Team sweetheart, Ava Fetterman. Gretchen Friedman. Softball sweetheart, Hadley Statch, and Theater Club sweetheart, Haley Snyder. Guard sweetheart, Ella Gaspard, and Riding Club sweetheart, Sabella Yellett. Choir sweetheart, Madeline McBride, and FCA sweetheart, Brooklyn Clark. Athletic trainer sweeheart, Taryn Hunt, and cheer sweetheart, Cameron Jenkins. D1 club sweetheart, Clara Neal, student council sweetheart, Jaslyn Sinclair, and tennis sweetheart, Hope Fowler. Congratulations to all of our sweethearts this evening. Representatives for homecoming court from each grade level are nominated by their classmates. First, representing the freshman class, Duke Brady Jones, and Duchess Olivia Stomach. Duke Bentley Gillespie and Duchess Aubrey Dunkelberger. Duke Luke Dieters and Duchess Alexis Chance. Duke Luke Collins and Duchess Sydney Barrow. Representing the sophomore class are Duke Garrett Carson and Duchess Logan Frederick. Duke Graham Jenkins and Duchess Riley Lutz. Duke Louise Peralta and Duchess Bailey Wilkins. Duke Madden Dean and Duchess Sophia Crawford. And now representing the junior class, Duke Riley Pham and Duchess Riley Buxton. Duke Luke Burkhalter and Duchess Hallie Frank. Duke Aiden Moses and Duchess Herbie Tucker. Finally, Duke Mason Castellonian and Duchess Gigi Overby. And now representing the senior class, Princess Gillian Spears, escorted by her dad, Jeff Spencer. Gillian is a former member of the Raiderettes and is currently a varsity cheerleader. This year she was awarded All-American Cheerleader. She is also a 4-year student council member. After graduation, Gillian plans to attend Lamar University to obtain a degree in dental hygiene. Prince Ryan Burry, escorted by his mother, Jessica Burry. Ryan is a member of the baseball and basketball teams. He is a 3-year letterman in basketball and a 2-year letterman in baseball. After graduation, Ryan plans to play college baseball while earning a degree in business. Princess Heidi Fortner, escorted by her father, Mitch Moss. Heidi enjoys worshiping as a member of Praise Church. She is a 6-year member of Student Council, serving as vice president for 4 of those years. Heidi is also a 2-time national champion at Cheertown and a 3-time All-American cheerleader with an invite to become a United Cheer Association staff member. She is obtaining her leadership skills at the Lumberton Varsity Cheerleader Team's co-captain, as well as the vice president of the class of 2025. After graduation, Heidi hopes to attend Texas State University to earn a Bachelor of Sports Management and Business Administration. Prince Hudson Emerson, escorted by his mother, Tiffany Emerson. Hudson is a member of the Varsity Raider football team, as well as the Varsity Raider baseball team. After graduation, Hudson plans to attend Texas A&M University and pursue a career in construction science. Princess Brooke Martin, escorted by her dad, Daniel Martin. Brooke is a member of the Lady Raider varsity soccer team. She is also the president of the National Honor Society, SCA treasurer, and a member of the youth group at First Baptist Church, Beaumont. After graduation, Brooke plans to attend college at Texas A&M and major in nutrition with hopes of earning admission to the Texas A&M School of Nursing. Eventually, she wishes to be either a nurse or an anesthesiologist assistant. Prince Colton Dieters, escorted by his mother, April Dieters. Colton is a 4-year member of the LHS Student Council, plays varsity football, and runs varsity track. He enjoys volunteering and has been a longtime member of the Village Creek Church of Christ. His favorite thing to do is to spend time with his friends and family. After graduation, Colton hopes to attend Texas A&M University, where he will pursue a degree in business marketing with the goal of owning his own business one day. Princess Katie Faye Hawthorne, escorted by her dad, Chad Hawthorne. Katie's a 6-year member of Lumberton Cheer and a member of Student Council. After graduation, Katie plans to attend college to pursue a degree in communication studies with the aspiration of becoming a social media marketer. Prince Tanner Cox, escorted by his mother, Heather Cox. Tanner is a member of the Mighty Raider Band, serving as the band captain. He also played tennis for Lumberton, winning district with Judah Kelly. After graduation, Tanner plans to pursue a degree in music education to become a band director. During this time, he will learn how to play the baritone and march DCI. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've been waiting for. Homecoming King and Queen are voted on the entire student body. They will be crowned by Lumberton High School Principal, Mr. Edgerton, with the assistance of Miss Grissom. We will begin with crowning of the 2024 Homecoming King. And your 2024 homecoming king is Mr. Colton Dieters. All right, the 2024 Homecoming Queen will also be presented with a bouquet of roses designed by our advanced floor class. This year's Homecoming Queen is Miss Katie Hawthorne.
Yellow cameras, do I go over, like, in front of the, like, to go get a view of all the players?
Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to our Lumberton High School Homecoming King and Queen. We want to thank the band for making this a special celebration. Make sure to stay after the game to watch them perform their show. Thank you all for participating. Great job, guys and gals.
Welcome back, Panther Nation. You are watching Liberty Panther football on the Liberty Panther Sportz Network. Joe Roberts, Ross Norwood, producer Richard Ewing. And that's going to do it for halftime. Both teams, well, the Liberty Panthers are on the field waiting for the Lumberton Raiders to step back onto the field. Liberty trails Lumberton 7-3. Diego Diaz 48-yard field goal as time expires. And that is how we stand moving forward. Just like always, when we get on the other side of the timeline here in football land, Ross Norwood will take over on play-by-play duties, and then I'll slide over to the unusual spot of very lackluster color commentary. How about that?
Here they come.
And Lumberton onto the field now. Well, I'm sure Coach Harrison had a very spirited discussion in the halftime locker room. Liberty, the unfortunate recipient of 2 turnovers inside the red zone, and then another time inside the red zone with a blocked field goal. That's sort of how the cookie crumbles. You ready, Ross?
I think so.
All right, well, let's do this thing.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, the homecoming, as you mentioned earlier in the broadcast for Lumberton, naming the homecoming queen and king, and the king actually is on the field.
Raiders are set for the kick return.
Well, Liberty is getting ready for this thing. Diego Diaz will be doing the kickoff duties here, and Liberty will be on the north side of the field, Ross.
Yeah, back deep for Lumberton is going to be Tyler Breeden on the near side, and I believe that's 6. Here is the kick. Angles towards the sideline. Fair caught at about the 31-yard line, and that is going to be caught. And we are going to have a late flag as the Gage Grimmer. And we do have a late flag. We'll see who it goes on. They're pointing over towards the Lumberton sideline.
Yeah, we talked about Gage Grimmer at the top of the game. Name that gets around the field on the defense that time. Return man.
And that is going to be a late personal foul against Lumberton. That'll back them up 15 yards. The ball was fair caught at about the 31-yard line, Joe.
Yeah, that's going to be a nice start for the Liberty Panther defense. Push them back. That was a nice high kick. They had some real success last week against Livingston with that model of kickoff.
Wilson back in at quarterback. He will have Chase Williams to his now left. In the shotgun formation, 3 wide receivers in motion, and we're going to have a little miscommunication as 1 wide receiver went in motion. One of the 3, and that's going to back them up another 5 yards. So before they can snap the ball offensively, they've gone back 20 yards.
And I think that was going to be a designed run for Ty Reyes, so that was very fortunate for Liberty. He's dangerous when he gets the ball in his hand.
So they will go with 3 wide receivers on the near side, 1 on the far side. They are staggered. Man in motion. Ball is faked to Reyes. Wilson keeps it but falls back. Cade Carter with the stop as he falls forward a little bit.
Carter got in the backfield really, really fast.
Ball is sitting at the Lumberton 19-yard line. Williams to his left of Wilson. They quickly look over to the sideline. This time 2 wide receivers on the near, 2 on the far, moving from my left to right. Snap back, fakes the handoff. He's going to keep this one, runs it up the middle. He is going to get it all the way back to the 21-yard line, maybe 22. So a pickup there. Cody Sandifer with a stop.
So Jay-Sean Godfrey lost his hat. He's going to have to step off real quick.
Frankie Mares comes in. Godfrey credited with the tackle. So it's 3rd down. Ball at the Lumberton 22. Wilson, empty backfield. Comes to the line in the shotgun formation. Looks over, now comes back to his line to communicate what has changed. 3 wide receivers on the far side. Snap, juggled, quick strike. And it's snuffed out by Liberty. I see Leighton Shellhammer. It looks like, did you see who the receiver was?
That was both the Shellhammer bullies, Cousins, Leighton, and Mason in on that stop. And that was Breeden, I think, with the reception. That was a big defensive stand right there. Helped out with that pre-snap penalties before they started the drive.
It'll be 4th down and about 8, and they will punt the ball. This is Breeden. Snap up around the shoulder pads, gets the kickoff quickly under pressure. This ball is fielded at the 39-yard line by Jason Whitcliffe. He comes across the 50, cuts over to the far side and tries to pick up a few more yards, and he will step out of bounds at the 40. It looks as if they're going to spot this one at the Lumberton 42-yard line. No, now I'm looking at the head linesman. He's going to say the 30. Well, no, now he's backing up. The officials are conferring on the far side of the field as the chains make their way down. Liberty will start this drive barring a penalty flag. We did not. Oh, there is a penalty flag. It is sitting at the Liberty 41-yard line.
And there's one back over on the Lumberton 34-yard line as well.
One of them at least is going against Liberty.
I mean, it could be for the same reason, I guess, but unlikely.
Referee with the call. It'll be 2 holding calls against the Liberty. One is declined. It will be from the spot of the foul. The ball will be placed back at the Liberty 30-yard line on the far hash mark.
He called the holding, declined that one, and the block in the back is the one they accepted.
Okay, I did not see the block in the back. So Mares leads his offense back on the field from the far hash mark at the 30-yard line under center. One back in the backfield. This ball going to be handed off to Fowler. Fowler comes across the line to the right, but is stopped immediately. But it does look like they're going to give him about 2 yards. That was Jeremiah Kittrell.
No, I'm sorry. I pointed the wrong person. Colin Courts.
Colin Courts.
Yeah, the Panthers' steady diet of Logan Fowler in that first quarter and then kind of went away from him in the second quarter. Nice to see him on the ball again.
7-3 Lumberton in the third quarter, 9:24 to play. Ball on the far hash mark at about the 32-yard line. Handoff again to Fowler. Fowler spins around to the right, still on his feet, and he will come down at about the 37-yard line.
Number 72, Nolan Cade. Number 70, Ethan Tolley. Keenan Clevenger right there trying to open up the roadway.
They're going to give him the 38.
This Lumberton defense, they are doing a really good job of trying to rip the ball out every single time they're trying to get that ball, not necessarily just make the tackle.
They've done it twice. Be third down and short for Liberty. Mares under center. Fowler in the backfield. Whitcliffe goes in motion right to left. And this is going to be a missed exchange. Mares picks it up, but he will be driven down behind the line. Actually, they're going to give him a yard there.
Well, that is truly unfortunate right there. Third and manageable. Missed exchange right there. And they're going to have to think about punting the ball here.
I guess they give him the line of scrimmage. That could have been really, really bad, though, for Liberty as the dropped exchange.
Well, they're going to stay on the field. They are not going to send Diego on to punt.
Liberty moving from my right to left. Ball in the middle of the hash marks at about the 38-yard line for Liberty. Mares under center. Fowler in the backfield. Whitcliffe in motion right to left. Mares keeps this one. He's swallowed up at the line, and he will not pick up the first down. And it'll be a turnover on down.
Yeah, there was no part of that fooled the Raider defense. They were standing right there waiting for him, led by number 50, Braden Borders, and there was nowhere for Mares to go. I can't fault them for trying that 4th and a couple there. You got to think you can pick that up in your sleep. But that time, the Raider defense just right all over them.
Wilson comes back as the quarterback in the shotgun, back to his right. Fakes the handoff, looks right, throws downfield. This ball is cut by Reyes at the 21-yard line. He is down inside the 20, and he will get all the way down to the 16-yard line.
Oh, that was a nice bit of misdirection right there. I think Wilson fooled everyone on that.
Lumberton comes quickly back to the line, back to Wilson's left. This ball snapped quickly. Fakes the handoff. Wilson with pressure in front. Throws this ball to the end zone. It is incomplete as it is over. And we have a couple of extracurricular hits that it did not get called there. Two separate.
Well, that was really nice luck for the Panther defense. Reyes all by himself right up that seam. No coverage.
That'll bring up second down for Lumberton. They're back at the line. Wilson in the shotgun. Takes the snap, number high, hands this ball off, up the middle, shifting his feet a little bit, and he will get down to the 18-yard line.
Yeah, Williams in there a couple of yards. Cade Carter in on the stop. Mason Jordan right there as well, number 71.
So the clock continues to roll. Just under 7:05 to play in the third quarter. Liberty trails Lumberton 7-3. Lumberton has the ball in the red zone deep in Liberty territory. Empty backfield with a man in motion. Quick swing pass to the left. It is caught by Williams. Williams dances across the 10, still on his feet inside the 5-yard line, and he will be taken down at about the 3.
Oh, that was so close to being tipped at the line of scrimmage. Close to being stopped several times, and kudos to that kid. He just kept on fighting.
That's another first financial Raider first down.
Lumberton starting this drive after a turnover on downs by Liberty in Lumberton territory. Wilson, lots of movement, shifting around on the line. Wilson takes the snap. He is going to hold it, runs left, cuts back inside, dives headfirst into the end zone, but they're going to say he was down inside the 1. And that was Leighton Shellhammer with the stop for Liberty.
It'd be really nice if Liberty could hold them to a field goal here.
Under 6:05. Wilson in the shotgun. One back to his left. Ball is snapped. Wilson again keeps it. Runs left. He's going to be tackled just short of the end zone as he cut back inside.
Well, it looked like he was going to be able to spin his way into that end zone. And the Panthers able to kind of bull their neck a little bit right there and stop that.
I could not see who wrapped him up, but it was a touchdown-saving wrap-up. It brings up 3rd down and extremely short ball inside the 1-yard line. 5:33 left to play. On the far hash mark, Wilson in the shotgun again. One back to his left. He's going to hand this one off to Williams. Williams is able to cut through the line and into the end zone, and Lumberton has their 2nd touchdown of the evening.
Well, Liberty's kind of put themselves in a precarious situation now. It's going to be a 2-score game. Still plenty of time here in the 3rd quarter, but they have got to stop the mistakes, and they've got to capitalize. And they're going to go for 2 here, Ross.
No, they're going to change that out at the last second, and they will send on Luke Cody. Snap is back. Low snap picked up. Set. Kick is a wobbler, but through the uprights. And it is a good 14-3. Liberty with 5:21 left in the 3rd quarter. Back in a moment.
Welcome back, Panther Nation. You're watching Liberty Panther football on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. 5:21 to go here in the 3rd quarter, and Lumberton on the board again. The short touchdown run from number 26. That's Chase Williams.
For Liberty, the deep man on this kickoff return, Jason Whitcliffe, is standing on the far hash mark. Now moves and is going to trade spots with Cameron Harper. Approaches, swings the leg, sends a big kick. Harper looks at it and wisely lets it run into the end zone for a touchback.
Liberty get to set up shop and try it again. Man, Ross, they have been just ever so close. Multiple trips. Now they just got to find one that counts. Plenty of time here.
Liberty will start this drive down 14-3. Ball's in the middle of the field at the 25-yard line of Liberty. 5:21 left in the 3rd quarter. Joe, you said it. There's still plenty of time. Liberty has shown the ability to control the football, but they've also shown the ability to have a quick score. Mares back out there and under the center. He is going to hand this ball off to Fowler. Fowler running left. No, Mares keeps it. He's still on his feet over to the sideline of Lumberton on the far side, and he is going to step out.
Now they ran that option look right there, and he was able to ride Fowler just long enough to get that defensive lineman to commit. Popped outside. Big pickup from Mares.
Gets it up to the 32-yard line of Liberty. Yard line, far hash mark. Liberty moving from my right to left. Mares under center again. In motion is Porche. This ball handed off to Fowler. Fowler running left, gets a few yards, and that should be close to a 1st down.
Well, they've moved the chains, so that's what they're saying.
Through the binoculars, it did not look as big of a pickup as it did end up being, as that ball's up to the Liberty 37-yard line. Math, it's hard.
It'll get you.
Wide receiver on each side for Liberty. Fowler in the backfield. In motion is Whitcliffe. Whitcliffe takes this handoff, tries to cut back inside as he looked like he was going to go for an edge, and they snuffed that one out quickly as he is going to be tackled for a loss.
You couldn't have picked that any better. Braden Borders right there when Whitcliffe went to go hop over someone. Braden Borders caught him in midair and kind of drove him into the ground.
Be a 2-yard loss for Liberty as that ball goes back to the Liberty 35-yard line. Now on the left hash mark with Liberty moving right to left on the field. Mares under center on second down. Hands this ball off to Porcher. Porcher hit behind the line, and he might get back to the original line of scrimmage.
This Raider defense has done a really good job, probably starting about midway in the second quarter, of kind of shutting down the big runs that Liberty was getting in the first quarter and just really disrupting the backfield right now.
So he is going to get back. Well, he only lost a yard there. He is actually he gained a yard because it was at the 35, now at the 36-yard line. Big third down and long play for Liberty. Easy is the far side receiver. Hessler on the near side. Mares snaps this ball, drops back, under pressure, reverses course. He's going to stay on his feet. He's passed a couple of Lumberton players across the 45 and down. They're going to say at the 45. It looked like he fell forward to the 46-yard line, but it's going to be incredibly close. Well, not as close as I thought, so I'll shut up.
Well, Mares did a really good job of trying to find a hole to get through. And to be honest with you, it's a little slick out there. I've seen several of them when they've cut. They've slid a little bit, and he was able to keep his feet underneath him.
Synthetic turf field in Lumberton. Ball on the far side, hash mark. Mares on a fourth down and short. Man in motion. He hands this ball off to Fowler. Fowler wrapped up immediately, and it looks as if he is going to be short of the first down. And we have a late flag. This is going to be big, although it is a post-play flag. It is Lumberton's football. We'll see what this flag is. It'll be 15 yards back or 15 yards further. So they meet to discuss what this is. It is going to go against Lumberton, it appears. One of the referees, head linesman, now making that motion as well. I think now they're going to try to decide whether it was post-penalty or post-play penalty. This is huge because if it is a if they threw the flag, okay, it would have been a post-play penalty, so Lumberton still gets the football, but backed up way far. Backed up 15 yards. Ball sits at the Lumberton 39-yard line. Joe Roberts chowing down on a sausage. Ball's handed off to Williams. Williams dances left along the Lumberton sideline before being pushed out by Leighton Shellhammer.
Ross, you didn't have to do me dirty like that. I'm trying to get my sustenance in.
But we have a flag against Lumberton. And saw this a couple of times in the first half. Lumberton shot themselves in the foot with some penalties.
Well, the problem with that is Liberty hasn't capitalized on those things.
So that ball is moved all the way back to the 29-yard line of Lumberton. Lumberton moving on the field left to right. Wilson acts like he's going to take the snap. Snaps his head back over to the sideline for the play call. Williams, the back in the backfield, two wide receivers on the near side. Bad snap picked up by Wilson. Wilson across the 30. He will dive forward at about the 35-yard line. And we have an injured Liberty Panther In the backfield, Bryce Casey.
Well, that ended up working out okay for the Panthers, but man, that probably should have been a loss on that when you've got a poor snap and the ball hits the ground. Realistically, you should be wrapping up the quarterback right there.
You saw it on the previous drive from Liberty, a bad exchange. Mares able to recover on that, and Wilson able to recover on this one. Got a text message.
Is it a live update?
I don't know if you got it too.
Well, we'll see. I don't know. Oh, there we go. Amazing Coach Anderson, the head volleyball coach, letting me know that the varsity team 1-5, and that is a big win against a very, very good Hardin-Jefferson team. That's a big win for the Lady Panthers.
Second down and long from the Lumberton 35-yard line. They need the 49-yard line for a first down. Started this drive before the late hit penalty. They would have taken over in Liberty territory, but pushed back by penalties all the way to the 39-yard line. This ball is over the head of Wilson. Wilson jumps down on it. It'll be a huge loss.
Well, right now the sun's shining on the Panther defense. And I failed to mention freshman JV also won, so it was a clean sweep for Lady Panther volleyball team.
So now on third down and a very long ball at the Lumberton 32-yard line. Wilson again acts like he's going to snap. Snaps his head back over to the sideline, gets the play call. One back in the backfield, Williams. Three wide receivers on the near side, one on the far. High snap brought down by Wilson. Wilson over to the left. He's got a receiver and underneath, and it will be spun down at about the. That's Tyler Breeden. Be well short of a first down, as a matter of fact. It'll be about a 4th down and 12 as Lumberton sends Tyler Breeden out to punt. Breeden standing on his own 23-yard line. Now it moves up to the 25. A deep man is Jason Whitcliffe. Whitcliffe standing on his 25. Snap back, kick low, wobbler. It is going to go out of bounds at midfield.
That was a nice turn of events right there for the Liberty Panthers. I don't know if anyone got a hand on that. I didn't see anyone in the vicinity. I think he just shanked that.
Yeah, that was shanked off his foot. At any rate, Liberty will start this drive with 19 seconds left in the third quarter from the 50-yard line. It's not anybody's 50-yard line. Nobody possesses the 50.
Well, Lumberton has been trying to gift the Panthers opportunities all night long, and they've just got to open up the door. No need to even knock on it.
First down and 10 for Liberty. Liberty comes out with 19 seconds, trailing 14-3. Ball at midfield on the near hash mark. Mares in the shotgun, takes this, thinks about optioning it, and he is going to get forward about a yard.
That's the steady hand march up there with the stop. Well, you think about these high school kids running the option. Your breath starts getting tight every time they go out there. It was a good decision from Frankie to not pitch that ball. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. That was a fast third quarter after 3 quarters of play. Liberty trails 14-3. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back, Panther Nation. You are watching Liberty Panther football on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. After 3 quarters of play, Liberty trails 14-3, and right here, second down and long to go.
Mares takes his snap. Empty backfield. He runs straight forward. He's across the 35. The 30 will be pulled down at about the 25-yard line. And we have some chippiness. I'm actually a little surprised there was not a flag there as Jason Whitcliffe was being held down behind the line of scrimmage.
Number 10, Gage Grimmer with the stop and probably saved a touchdown right there.
Nice run by Mares as he advances that. They're going to say he was down at the 28-yard line. Liberty moving right or left to right. Mares with Porche to his right. Takes the snap about number high, hands to Porche. Porche angles down the middle, and he continues to run forward, and he's going to get close to the 20-yard line. They're going to give him the 21-yard line.
Courts on the stop there. Host of Raiders in on the playoffs. Tough run from Luke Porche.
Brings up second down and short. Ball at the Lumberton 21-yard line. Mares in the shotgun. Behind him is Luke Porche, 3 wide receivers on the left side. This ball handed off to Porche, and he is wrapped up at the line. And the initial contact was Jacob Marchuk. And it'll be a loss.
Yeah, I think if Porche hadn't tried to get out of that, he would have been given some forward progress there.
10:26 in the fourth quarter. Liberty trailing Lumberton 14-3. Again, Porche to his left of Mares in the shotgun. Goes in motion, empty backfield. Mares, he is going to keep this one. He runs right across the 20. He is going to be hammered, falling forward, and they're going to give him the first down. And he will be down at the Lumberton. Joe, you see where they're going to put that? It looks like the 17.
Yeah, I had to move my position. There's a pillar right in front of me. I was trying to follow him out of bounds, and I thought my eyes had gone wonky.
So Liberty down inside the red zone again. See if they can punch it in. They're at the 17 on the near hash mark, moving left to right. Mares has 3 wide receivers on the far side. He rolls left. Throws to Whitcliffe up the middle. No, that was Giese, the intended receiver. It's off his hands and skips into the end zone for an incomplete pass.
Yeah, a number of times the ball has popped up, and every time it pops up, you think that somebody with an opposite jersey is going to come up with the ball. So far, neither team able to do that. Been a bunch of opportunities, though.
Ball at the Lumberton 22-yard line. Liberty trails Lumberton 14-3. Just under 10 minutes left in this ball game. Mares in the shotgun. Whitcliffe and Giese on the left. Out. This ball handed off to Porche. Porche running right. He cuts back inside, then cuts back outside. He is going to stay on his feet across the 15 and come down to the 14. What is that? Maybe the 13-yard line, Joe?
Yeah, it looks like Bobinger and Marchuk in on the stop for the Raiders.
Liberty trying to close up a 14-3 deficit. Mares gets the play call from the sideline and runs back into the huddle. Under 9 minutes and 30 seconds left to play. Ball at the Lumberton 13-yard line on the near hash mark. 3 wide receivers out wide on the left. Mares takes this one. He's going to run. He gets across the line of scrimmage, spins around the 10, and a gang of football players, I think everybody on the field was in on that stop. They'll stop forward progress.
22-man scrum right there.
And they're going to give him the 9-yard line. And that'll bring up a 4th down. As I looked at the down box and it was still on 2nd. But now it has transferred to 4th And Liberty is going to attempt a field goal. We get a distance here as this ball is at the 9-yard line on the near hash mark. Snap down, kick up. It is good. And Liberty gets some points, now trailing Lumberton 14-3 with 8:27 left to play in the fourth quarter. Back in a moment.
Welcome back, Panther Nation. You are watching Liberty Panther football on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. 8:27 to go here in the fourth quarter. Diego Diaz with the field goal to pull the Panthers to 6, trailing the Lumberton Raiders 14-6. Trying to do some math here. I thought it was about a 29-yard field goal.
That's what we'll go with until I can review it. And I'll tell you if you're wrong.
Oh, I'm sure I'm wrong.
Diego Diaz with 2 field goals with 3 attempts, 1 blocked. Ball teed up at the 40. He approaches the ball, swings the leg. This is angled towards the sideline of Liberty. It is recovered, at least initially, and that is going to be Cameron. Cameron Young, which is the second recovered kick he has made. The officials talking on the near sideline.
Yeah, he's definitely been around this every single time, and if this stands, and it looks like it is going to stand, although the Lumberton coach wanted to have a chat with the head official, it'll be 3 weeks in a row that they've had a successful onside kick attempt.
And so Liberty, and we've seen it in several different forms, not just on the ground or just in the air, which really confuses them. They're still huddling. Ball spotted down at the Lumberton 42-yard line. Frankie Mares back on. Luke Porcher to his right. Swing pass to Whitcliffe, just above the knees. Whitcliffe takes it, cuts up to the 40, the 35, and he'll be taken down at about the 30-yard line. They're going to give him the 31-yard line. No flags on the play, at least not that I see.
It was a nice throw, a little low, but Whitcliffe was able to get that and then turn upfield. Did a nice job of making sure he caught the ball before he tried to turn and run.
So Liberty trailing Lumberton 14-6. Recovered an onside kick. Just about under 8 minutes to play in this one. Ball on the far hash mark. Mares gets the snap, rolls right, looks downfield. He's got a diving receiver, but it's in and out of his hands over the middle of the field, and I did not see the number.
It's number 4, Devorian Bradford. Saw him, and he led him just a little too far.
That ball falls incomplete. 7:51 left to play. Liberty with a 14-6 deficit.
Yeah, that would have been one heck of a catch had he come up with that.
Porcher checks out of the game. Carter into the game. Cade Carter. Ball on the left hash mark. Liberty moving left to right. On the field, the ball at the the Lumberton 31-yard line. Mares in the shotgun. He calls his own number, runs up the middle. He's across the 25, the 20, still on his feet. He's pushed forward, and he dives forward inside the 5-yard line.
Oh, that was a monster run from the junior quarterback.
But we're going to have a flag somewhere, and it's going to go against Liberty. It's going to be a hold. I see it. The flag is at the Lumberton 29-yard line on the far side.
Oh, that is so unfortunate. Every time a big play happens, you almost have to come to expect that something occurred behind the scenes.
So this will bring the ball all the way back. to the Lumberton 41-yard line, still on the left hash mark. A huge penalty against Liberty with 7:43 and a 14-6 deficit. Joe?
No, that's correct. You said it.
No, I thought you had some thoughts.
If you know me long enough to know I have no thoughts.
Touche. Mares in the shotgun, Fowler to his right. Takes the snap. Rolls right. Looks under pressure. Evades a tackler and gets back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe picks up a yard as he was about to get walloped.
He just never could find a spot to get himself set. I think he saw the receivers down the field just under duress almost immediately.
So it'll be third down and a very long. Liberty at the 40-yard line of Lumberton. They need the 19. This is 4-down territory for Liberty.
100%.
Under 7 minutes now to play in this ball game. Ball now on the near side hash mark. Mares in the shotgun. Another swing pass to Whitcliffe. Whitcliffe gets it at the 40. He's wrapped up, evades some tackles. They come over and they finish him off and throw him to the ground. And he will get about 2 yards on that.
Yeah, they were right there waiting on that. The Raider defenders have done a pretty good job of swarming any Liberty receiver.
And they are going to kick this. This is still, if you look at it, Joe, while potentially 4-down territory, they still have a long way to go. This ball at the 38-yard line.
Other than the one drive where they got scored on pretty quickly, they've done a really nice job of negating the weapons that Lumberton has. So I don't hate this call right here.
Diego Diaz-Ramirez takes this snap just above the numbers in Lumberton territory. High kick. Liberty player looks like Cameron Young right there, and he touches it to deaden it inside the 10-yard line. Should be about the 9. They're going to say 10, and that is where Lumberton will start this drive with 5:43 left in the third quarter. Lumberton with a 14-6 lead over Liberty.
Well, a pick six right here would go a long way to making me feel better about the last several minutes of this contest. The reality is they need to get the ball back quickly with prime field position to really have a whisker of a chance here in the waning moments of this contest, Ross.
Down 8. Wilson. He is going to hand this ball off to Williams. Williams dances around. He changes directions, bounces out right. He's got a lot of room. Devorian Bradford, the last man he needs to beat. And Bradford is going to spin him out of bounds. No flags.
Well, that's just not going to cut it, Ross. That is not going to cut it. When you have somebody contained, they got to stay contained. And that just didn't happen right there.
So they're going to say he stepped out at the Liberty 45-yard line. Quickly back to the line, but Lumberton still trying to shift personnel. 2 wide receivers on the near side moving right to left. Ball going to be faked to Williams. Wilson, he's going deep, pushing off the Liberty defender in falling incomplete. The intended receiver there. Did you catch a number, Joe?
That is, I'm looking at that's number 15 for Lumberton. That was Cameron Harper back there on defense. So that's Casey Fusilier.
So it'll be second down and 10. Lumberton with the ball at the Liberty 45-yard line. 5:24 remaining in this ball game. Liberty trails Lumberton by 8, 14-6. Ball on the far hash mark. Wilson takes this snap, hands this off to Williams. Williams shifting around a little bit, comes across the 40, and he'll get down inside the 40 to the 38-yard line of Liberty. 39 is where they're going to spot it. Jayshon Godfrey checks into the game. Mason Jordan coming out. And this is a big third down, Joe.
A very big third down. Like I said earlier, they have got to get a stop, and it's got to be fast.
And we are going to have a substitution. Cameron Harper coming out of the game. Frankie Mares going into the game. Wilson in the shotgun, ball at the Liberty 40-yard line on the far side. Wilson fakes the handoff, rolls left, pulls it down. He's looking for room. He's bouncing further out. He is going to get taken down near the first down at the 40.
No, I think he's going to barely get back to the line of
excuse me.
scrimmage.
I'm looking at the wrong.
Yeah, he barely got back. In fact, he may have lost a yard on that. The Panther defense did a good job of stringing him down the line of scrimmage.
If you look back at the previous run that picked them up all those yards, that was the opposite of it. They couldn't quite contain a guy they had contained, and they picked up a big chunk of yards. So decision time for Lumberton as this clock rolls under 3 minutes, and it looks as if they don't know what they're going to do. They are going to attempt to go for it on 4th and short.
And Liberty's just going to have to hold their water right here. So we're going to call a timeout, I think.
And let's take it with them. It is 14-6 Lumberton, 3:49 left to play in the fourth quarter. Back in a moment.
Welcome back, Panther Nation. You're watching Liberty Panther football on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. 4th down and short for the Raiders, and they're going to go for it.
Yeah, the ball at the Liberty 38-yard line. They need the Liberty 35 for a first down. Wilson in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers on the far side, 1 back to his right. Ball is going to be handed off to Williams. Williams charges forward, and he is going to be close to a first down. It looks like they're going to spot him at the 35-yard line. That should be a first down for Lumberton, and that really hurts Liberty.
It's going to be really close. So far, no movement. Lumberton seems to think they've got it. I think they're going to have to bring the chains out on this one. It's going to be close. Well, this is kind of the ball game right here.
Yeah, Liberty down 14-6. This is the first drive I think that Lumberton has really sustained all night.
Well, they're going to bring this out. I think they're going to have it.
I do too.
The
This ball
nose of the
spotted
football.
on the 35-yard line.
It's going to be so close, Ross. I think they're barely going to have it.
And they do barely have it. You had it right on.
Nose of the football. That's big time right there. So it's not the ball game, but for sure they're going to be able to eat up another big chunk of clock right here. They don't need to throw it at all.
Liberty with 2 timeouts remaining in the half. So ball is at the Liberty 35-yard line on the near side. Wilson looking back over to his sideline, getting the signs. Lifts his leg, hands this ball off to Williams. Williams shifting right, left, cuts back in, cuts outside. He's still on his feet across the 30, and he will be taken down inside the 30-yard line at the Liberty 27-yard line.
Ross, I talked about this as being one of the keys for me for the Liberty Panthers was stopping the big chunk plays. And right now, they are not stopping the big chunk plays. With a back like that, you got to expect he's going to try to cut outside, and frankly, there was no one out there waiting for him. Going to get a timeout here, but we're going to stay here as they're talking about it in the huddle. It's going to be 2nd down and short, very manageable. Clock stopped at the 3:19 mark here in the 4th quarter, and Liberty just it's kind of hard to put into words when you go back and you look at this and you think would've, could've, should've. Liberty with 2 beautiful drives in the first half and not able to come away with the points. In fact, giving the ball away.
that's where they find themselves in this situation right now.
Ball at the Liberty 27-yard line as Lumberton is moving this football from right to left. On the right hash mark is where this ball goes. They need 2 yards for a first down. Wilson looking back over to his sideline. Liberty shifts their defense a little bit. Lifts his leg. He's going to hand this one off to the ball carrier who goes straight forward. He stood up, but not before getting the first down, it appears. They're going to spot this one. It looks like maybe a little bit inside the 25 at the 24-yard line. And that is a first down.
Number 36, Nick Craddock with the first down run right there.
And we have a timeout for Liberty. We believe that would be their third and final timeout. We will know that. So they're going to say Lumberton called that timeout on the fourth down play because the referee just signaled 1 timeout remaining. 3:03 left to play. Liberty trailing Lumberton 14-6. Missed opportunities for the Panthers in the first half. 2 very long drives where they pretty much ate up the entire first half, possession-wise. Lumberton able to add a touchdown in this second half. Liberty a field goal. Liberty 2 field goals on the night. But, Joe, when you look at the turnovers, Lumberton has not turned the ball over tonight. Liberty has 2 turnovers and then 2 turnovers on possession.
It's been pretty brutal, Ross. Pretty brutal.
So a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 for Lumberton. Ball inside the 25. Going to be handed off to Williams. Williams charges forward. He will scamper up to, or down to, about the 21-yard line of Liberty, and Liberty will spend their final timeout.
Well, Ross, Liberty will be back at Memorial Stadium next Friday night. Be hosting LCM. 7:30 p.m. kickoff. We'll be there. TVE week kicking off tonight. TVE parade on Wednesday. Panther Sportz Network will be there, live parade coverage.
So I hear.
So you hear. Well, you hear very well. I love it. And then next Saturday, not tomorrow, but next Saturday, the Mighty Panther Band on the road at UIL Marching Contest, 4:20 p.m. at PNG. They'll be looking to secure a spot in the, I don't know, you call it the playoffs. I mean, I guess that's what you might call it. They're trying to head on to, I believe it's region and then area.
You might call it anything, Joe.
Area marching contest is what Mr. Ewing's informing me of.
Ball is at the Liberty 21-yard line. Lumberton moving from right to left on your screen. 2nd down. Again, another handoff to Williams. Williams stops. He changes directions, goes forward. He's down inside the 15 at the Liberty 12-yard line. And that may be close to doing it as they continue to move this ball down into Liberty territory. It'll be 1st down and goal. I'm not sure. Okay, they had not put the chains because I'm going, wait a minute. It's at the it is at the 12-yard line of Liberty. Ball in between the hash marks. Liberty trails Lumberton 14-6. 1st down, 10. They need the 2 for a 1st down. Wilson in the shotgun. Again, hands off to Williams. Williams goes right, stays on his feet across the 10. There's going to be a late flag in as he is spun down at about the 7-yard line. We'll see what this flag is, but in all likelihood, it's going to be a face mask.
Yeah, Ross, if the tape holds the way it is right now, this result's going to sting. This one's going to hurt probably more than any of the losses that they've taken so far this season. To me, Ross, this has been the first team that Liberty has faced that I felt like they were better than.
Oh, they're going to actually call a personal foul against Lumberton.
Well, that's good news.
So that backs Lumberton up 15 yards. So they will move from the 12 Well, 15 yards back, Joe. You do the math.
27.
Thank you. So that'll create a first down in 26.
No, I already did my math. I don't do math twice in a row. That's you.
Lumberton with the football. And the clock started, but now the official is going to indicate that it needs to stop. They'll put more time back on the clock. As the coaching staff from Lumberton wants a little bit of an explanation. Oh, I see what's happening. The officials have huddled Lumberton over to their sideline, and they are giving them a discussion.
Giving a stern talking to? Is that what they're doing?
I would imagine.
Another reminder, ladies and gentlemen, that the
It has definitely been chippy tonight.
Well, you knew that was going to be the case. Lumberton coming into the game tonight winless. It's homecoming, and they want to get it done for their crowd. Liberty winning last week and wanting to start a streak. Both of these teams trying to stay out of the cellar in district play. After the personal foul, the ball pushed back to the Liberty 27-yard line. Lumberton in the middle of the field, moving right to left. What a great job the cheerleaders have done tonight. We've talked about the Mighty Panther Band, the Prancers. Liberty cannot stop the clock. 2:07 is left on the game clock. Liberty down 8. They will wind the game clock. Lumberton with 21 seconds, now under 20 seconds on the play clock, is going to bleed it down as far as they can. And with no timeouts, Liberty does not appear they can stop the clock, Joe. Nope.
Well, I mean, they can't stop the clock, but they're going to go into the victory formation. And quickly, Liberty tries to charge in, and Godfrey's helmet comes off again. I think that's about the third or fourth time.
Yeah. And you have to get him a new chin strap.
So, Joe, it does look like this is going to hold a 14-6 Lumberton victory. And when you look back on it, you think you can't help but thinking missed opportunities.
Yeah, they're going to walk into the weekend with the woulda, shoulda, couldas. And like I said earlier, this one's going to sting probably more than any other that they've had so far.
Second down and incredibly long for Lumberton, but they're not worried about picking up a first down. Play clock ticks under 4 seconds. Lumberton drops back, puts a knee down, 58 seconds. And that will keep the clock running and bring up a third down. Liberty cannot stop the clock, and that should one more kneel down is all it's going to take for Lumberton to finish this one off. Joe, your thoughts on the game?
Well, you can't give the ball away. When you give the ball away, bad things happen. They had 2 opportunities to score. They were right there, gave the ball away, had another field goal blocked, and just quite frankly didn't do enough to hang on to the ball. And now they are the recipients of a loss.
And Lumberton picking up their first win of the season. Liberty picking up their first win of the season last week, as they will come together to do the handshakes and so forth. And Liberty, your unhappy final. Lumberton 14, Liberty 6. We got a full week on the Panther Sportz Network, even though not in school. I say full week. On Wednesday, the TVE parade at 10 a.m. And they'll be live for that if you can't make it out. For Joe Roberts, Richard Ewing, our entire cast of characters, I'm Ross Norwood. Have a great weekend. We'll talk to you next week.